Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers. Welcome to another edition of Mary Sky Rita Lee's video blog. I'm Mary Sky, also known as Fleet Admiral Cabby McCoffee. Now, if you want to get technical, I'm going to show you something funny. Right there is Chloe, passed out. Whatever she did last night, I have no clue because, well, I passed out before her, apparently. Really, bad. And since she's snoring over there, well, we can do a morning edition this morning because, well, we can and we will and blah, blah, blah. And yes, this is a beer. Now, Chloe would tell me, actually, Zoe would have said it too. Zoe would have, you need to drink the coffee first. I'm sorry. The beer comes first to fix the headache. I don't know how much I drank last night. I was completely and thoroughly passed out, and it is what it is. So, Sister Pee Wee finally surfaced 3 days ago. I want to give you her comment. She says, I would much rather vote for a lion that Trump is rather than a laughing hyena that Harris is. Well, that's your opinion, sis. There's a lot of people voting up and down the ticket. However, last night's political thing I'm going to show you or talk about soon, political theater, is interesting. Yeah, Harris only had one job, the border, and she botched that. Well, I never knew she bordered the border because from what I gathered, I didn't see anything in the border. It's like people are getting everyone has their own opinion. Yes. Anyone voting for is downright idiot. Well, guess what? I guess 95% of the country is idiots. Yeah, plain and simple. Because the thing is, sis, is it is what it is, right? Yeah. Told you what the nation would be like if Biden. Well, you said we would be railroaded in railroad cars and sent off to concentration camps. That's what you said if Biden was president. I don't see the railroad cards yet, and I still remember that conversation. Biden won, and it's been proven. Not likely. You said we'd all be hauled off to on railroad cars, elderly and gassed or killed or whatever it was 3 years ago. 3.5 years ago is what you said. So. Even worse with Harris. Well, I'm still waiting for the railroad cards. So, hey, that's what Sister Pee Wee said. Now, for some of you morningers wondering what the hell's going on, I'll tell you what's going on this morning. Um, the lovely Chloe, we had a little problem last night. Let me tell you the problem. So, I went to the store. Higgins keeps nagging me. You're going to do inflation part 3. We will this morning. Okay. So, it goes like this. Now, I'm going to show you something. Yeah. First, I'm going to drink this. I might send Chloe out to get some more. She already complained this morning about, or last night, about England's best. So, last night I had a beer, apparently, laying on the floor. I passed out. I have Nanka. I'm going to use the word for just in case Chloe wakes up. I don't know. I have Nanka intention to trigger her, okay? So, I woke up and had to empty my bladder this morning. And Chloe says, Rita, there's a beer on the floor. Do you want to drink it? When beer gets a certain temperature, you never want to drink a beer that's warm. Not flat or stale. I just passed it. Okay? So I said, I'll just get a cold one. So then I'm laying in bed. Then next to me, Chloe decides she's going to nap. That's fine and dandy. She snores. Now, I, of course, being a woman I am, don't even remember what the hell's going on. Passed out. The only thing I remember is turning the computer off because Chloe said she had to call her phone or something. And so, anyways, phone rings. Chloe handles it. we're all happy. And then I pass out. I have no clue what happened. Chloe says, "Oh well, you were drinking something or other." Wow. It seems I'm short one beer due to the fact that I gave it to Chloe. I remember that. But anywho, so what happens? Higgins says, "You're going to do inflation part 3." I said, "Yeah, but not drunk. Not in a drunken state. I could, but what's the point, right?" So I wake up this morning and I'm thinking, Chloe's snoring. I might as well get this out of the way with a beer, maybe take a nap. And someone said to me, "Well, aren't you going to..." Now, let me tell you a couple things about inflation, okay? Inflation is killing people around the country. The Democrats say we're at a low inflation rate. They're spoon feeding you. They're literally fucking spoon feeding you. I said this once. I said this again. Okay. Now, I was in my. Let's see. Is the receipt in here? Because I want to see the receipt. The receipt is here. See, the good Lord bless me with the receipt. So I sent Chloe in to get a couple items for me for inflation part 3. Yeah, inflation part 3. What is inflation part 3? Well, we'll talk about it in a second. All right, so whatever it is, this is Chloe's receipt in my purse because it says here whatever she bought. Why am I holding a receipt from? Yeah. All right, guess I can't find it, but we'll talk anyway. So I go to the store. I buy some ribs. This is my lunch today. Okay, these. Right there. Is the bag in here? No. So I buy some ribs. Right here. All meaty ribs, right? Look at this. Extra meaty, right? $11.69. They're 3.5 pounds. And I know Sister P would be like, "Oh, that ain't bad a deal." This is a good deal. Fortunately, let me tell you the story about the ribs. While I was at the store eating ribs, I asked Chloe to pick me up some beer. Because, when Chloe's in town, I like a good beer. And the point is, yeah, so I'm standing outside waiting, and she, anyways, it goes like this. So I get her at the ferry terminal, and I'm standing around, and I see her, and the first thing I said to her was, when I saw her, "I see you're wearing your $800 bling." She smiles and says, "Oh yeah, I love my Gucci glasses." Then we go to the store. Now, $11.69 isn't bad. No problem. But here's the problem. The problem is I have the mindset, right? Cold beer, right? So I'm looking forward to that nice drink of Dugan's. What happens? Negative. Nanka. Zippity. On Dugan's. So today I'm sending Chloe over to the marketplace and if she gets off her butt, I need her. And then Chloe turns and says to me, like last night, right? We get home, we have to go up the hill, and she's munching on blackberries. I just wanted to get home for this first cold beer because, well, I haven't had a cold beer in 2-3 weeks. And I limit myself. I do binge drink from time to time. Like, people say to me, "Rita, how come you're drinking so early in the morning?" Yeah. And Zoe, of course, I'll tell you the story about Zoe. Okay, now I'm talking about Chloe. Chloe's over there. Zoe was told, Chloe beer, And I told Chloe last night. Chloe saw me last night, right? And Chloe said to me, "You look tired, Rita. Did you get any sleep?" I said, "Negative." And Chloe said, "What do you mean?" I said, "I got woke up at 8:07 in the morning. Someone calls, how are you? I'm bored." Look, see this? I turned my ringer completely and thoroughly off. Yeah. Chloe says to me last night, "Dear, turn the ringer off. I'm your guest. We don't need to be woke up early." Well, I woke up early. First thing I need to do is empty my bladder, but I hear Chloe say, "Dear, you don't want to use Eggland's Best. Eggland's Best. I'll go get the really." "Well, I'm going to check my bank balance," I said to her. And she says, "Okay, dear, we can get some bacon maybe. You know what? Maybe we should get some sausage links. Maybe a nice thing of sausage links. Or I'll have some cheese brats for breakfast. Whatever it is, get a shower in and go get some food." So, anyways, my point is that people think I'm a bossy cow. Well, maybe I am, but here's the kicker, okay? Here's why I'm a bossy cow this early in the morning. By the way, my baby. Let me show you my baby.
How about I go out and get some food now? I'm kind of hungry, anyways.
I should send Chloe to do a quick errand for me at 11. She says to me, "Dear, I know I didn't get you much of a birthday present, but I'm here at your disposal." Look at this. So then this morning she says to me, Rita, we need to get him a longer cone." I said we can do it next month. Look at him. Doesn't he look cute? Even though he's got a cone eye, it looks like a little lamp. Can I screw the light bulb in? Have you been chewing on yourself again, son?
Yeah, it's been.
How bad? We're going to need to give him a bath. Maybe if we give him a bath, we could see what's going on, right? We're going to give him a bath this weekend, yes. Maybe we need to give him a good rinse. Apparently, Poppy Tom, he was weird guy, apparently, is what Chloe calls him, because he was watching Chloe sleep. Anywho, I'm gonna check my balance and so. Oh, look, I found some. Oh, here, guys. Let me just show you this. You guys are gonna laugh at this. Chloe said she's gonna go get something to eat for me. Let me just show you this, okay? So there's $1, right? So apparently there's $2. I'll give this to Chloe. She can add it towards the meat list, right? Here's a joke, right? Look at this. Look at this. Oh, your radio's beeping. You might want to turn it off before I know it. So she turns around, right? And you guys are wondering, what are these quarters? The old geezer that I told you about that owns a boat. He's a sweet guy, sweet old man. I like him. Chloe likes him. He thinks it's $1 to wash and $1 to dry here. It's actually $4 to wash, $4 to dry. Man.
And we're back.
Yes, I tried. Chloe tried last night to do a super chat with some guy that he watches this show every day. They wouldn't allow Chloe to basically call him a hammer bag. Can you believe that? Dumber than a bag of hammers. It's an insult on live chat for. You can get $10,000. Let me put it this way. Say Sister Pee Wee messaged me and said, "Rita, I want to call Chloe a bastard in drag." Okay, hypothetically, for example, and I want to give $10,000. You can't say this is a shout out to the bastard in drag. $10,000. Google apparently has a standard. So. Anyways, so this morning I'm gonna send Chloe out to find some breakfast foods, maybe some brats, cheese brats, or bacon. I was thinking maybe a little bacon, bacon. But anyways, here's the deal. Okay, I want to talk about pricing this morning. I'm gonna send Chloe off. If you're hungry, you should do it, because here's the kicker. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys a story. I gotta get that sink washed up. I'll probably do it with Chloe's out. Last night. This was Chloe. "Rita, I love you dearly, but you're so fucking blind. You can't do everything when it comes to dishes. You're here and there. I wash dishes, right? And I was getting ready to make Chloe's ribs first. And Chloe says, 'No, you missed all these spots.' Well, Actually, I did pretty damn good on dishes. I'm getting pretty damn good at it.
Right choice is nice.
So what happened last night? I'll tell you. So she goes and cooks up fresh zucchini fritters. Then she lets me get be okay. And Zoe, of course, Zoe's gonna be like, how come she's supposed to be this supposedly this nice girl now? Nice. Yet she lets you get complete tanked, blitzed, zipped, zapped, zoots, and you pass out, Rita. And yet that thing's gonna annoy the shit out of me. The radio. Yeah. So I'm sitting there to get some food. So and people say to me, you use Chloe, you're using Chloe. Look at you, you're using Chloe sitting there to get food. Well, let me tell you, Chloe wants food too for two reasons. One, I'm gonna make a joke here this early morning. And don't think this is an insult. This is out of love, okay? And I know Zoe and Higgins and Mark, they all Nanka that I say this out of love. Hey, fat ass, are you gonna get around to getting to the food, or are we gonna stand around?
And I'm not fat, I'm big phone.
Come here just pull that down so they don't see your underwear for a second. All right, look, I want to show you guys the paunch. I've tried to tell Chloe time and time again the way to get rid of the paunch. Hold on. The way to get rid of the paunch. Oh, right there. See, look at this paunch right there. Paunch. The paunch, right? This paunch is she's gonna have to go and do the Chloe exercise theory by running. Yes.
You're too fat for my
I'm too fat for my bras. Too fat for my bras. Come on, baby. I am fatty. You know what I mean? Sorry. Anywho, so this morning I'm gonna have to use the phone. Thank God we have a phone, and Chloe's gonna call me, and this is a Chloe edition. But the inflation part is problem. I mean, look, that's the cheapest you're gonna see for pork ribs. I'd love a rack of pork ribs for breakfast, but it takes 2 hours to cook, so it won't be ready till 10. So I might make it for lunch. Yeah. So in the meantime, what?
What time is it?
7:30 almost. So the marketplace opens shortly. So as a beautiful woman that I am, you guys think I'm making Chloe be a slave. Unfortunately, Chloe's not a slave. Chloe's Chloe's is Chloe. So, and the old man, the guy who I love and treat like a daughter, and I treat like he's like father. Now, I was drinking early in the morning. I get reprimanded from him. But Chloe, of course, she jumped out one that was warm. Why am I drinking this? Because I want to talk about inflation this morning, and while I was saying Chloe out to go get my favorite beverage. Hopefully, she can find the Dugans this morning at Marketplace while we get some sausage links or some maybe some bread. However, Chloe is the shopper that she is. So, we're going to do a long edition this morning. So, if I end up half out, passed out, whatever, it's always happy. I'm happy. We're all happy, right? So, I love Zoe. I love Chloe dearly, too. So, me and Chloe's going to have to talk about what we want for breakfast. Chloe's already Eggland's best. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So anyways, excuse me, the morning edition. So, what is inflation? How are they spoon feeding you the inflation? Well, it goes like this. I'm not going to sit around, right, and be bullshitting you. Okay. By the way, there's inflation problem, right? So it goes like this. So, inflation. I remember in the 1980s, 1987, gas was like 77 cents a gallon. 77 cents a gallon. Now, there's two ways you can look at inflation. There's two ways, okay? You can live in the world of Higgins and Nanka offense. Trying to use the word Nanka is negative, okay? Negative offense. Don't want to trigger the lovely Chloe. She's been very good. She's been very well behaved. I'm proud of her. She's smiling right now. And so here's the kicker. Inflation is spoon-fed. Inflation's high. Chloe looked at me yesterday. And I'm on the radio. I'm like this. So, Chloe, are you going to get me my beer soon? She's like, yeah, I'll get it. We don't have Dugans. And then, I was happy. We're going home. Right? We're going home. And Chloe says to me, you know, Rita. And I love doing that voice, you know, because it's funny. Negative offense. She says, you knocker, Rita. Bread's so expensive, even in Seattle. They put a sugar tax on the bread now because of inflation. Yeah, instead of paying, maybe, I remember bread being 49 cents a loaf back in 30 years ago for that. Now, Chloe says, well, anyways, here at Friday Harbor, the bread is, the Nixon voice, by the way, the bread is nearly $6 a loaf. $6 to make peanut butter sandwiches. $6 fucking dollars. You can either live on bread, which has sugars in it, or you can live on beer, which has sugars on it. Now, jokingly aside, here's the fucking kicker. Right? I love Zoe dearly, and I love Chloe dearly. And Chloe said to me last night before I passed out, she said, you know, you Nanka Rita, I can understand why the lovely Zoe left. Yeah, prices are good. I said to her, well, what's a loaf of bread in Seattle? $4.50. $4.50 for a fucking loaf of bread to make peanut butter sandwiches. All because there's a sugar tax. Anything with sugar in it gets the special sugar treatment in Seattle, apparently. Inflation. Go figure. Remind me never to buy anything with sugar in it in Seattle. Not even, Chloe says to me, so, Rita, I was at a bar the other day with some friends. They bought me a drink. Oh, great. Free boozies. I like free boozy. Everyone loves free boozy. There's a sugar tax on the drinks. Wine, beer, cider, everything, Rita, everything. Everything is sugar free.
I don't sound like Dixon.
So, anyways, Rita, that's how it is. Come on, I'm trying to have some fun here because I'm trying to make everyone knows that Zoe is watching right now, I assume. Give a thumbs up, Zoe. And Zoe loves my humor, okay. But truth is, Higgins is like, I demand you to do a video about inflation. And so I told my sister, no, we got a package coming in today. What package is coming in today? That thing. Apparently we got a package coming in today. I have not a clue.
Down where I'm staying right now, a lot of people I hear go to a Fred Meyer up in Shoreline, so they don't pay the sugar tax.
So, yeah, because it's Snohomish County, I think.
It's the King County, but it's not Seattle.
Ah, so it's Seattle only. See, there we go. You hear that? You heard it from the maestro herself this morning. Now, you guys go on and say, and I know Pee Wee's going to make a comment in the comment section, and this is why we live in a miserable state where they want to tax the shit out of you for everything. I can understand why they're doing the same in California. And you know, those Californians like Pee Wee, I can understand where you're coming from.
A lot of states are doing it. A lot of places are doing it.
That's because they're trying to control people from being fat. But then again, why don't they have the fat tax and the McDonald's tax and the Burger King tax and the Dairy Queen tax?
They should tax someone just for being fat. Like you have to pay a daily tax for being fat.
That wasn't my point. My point was, my friends, you could sit there, okay, and you go into McDonald's, and he asks, I go into McDonald's every few months, okay. Chloe goes with me in Anacortes. Chloe says, what do you want? I want the other time I went into Anacortes the other day, right, peeps? I'll tell you the story. Walked in there, Chloe says, what do you want? I said, 80 nuggets. She walks in, comes out with 80 nuggets. Actually, it was 100 nugs. Why? Because that's what she wanted to do for me. I took them home and I ate them. Thing is they could start putting it, well, you're a fucking fat ass, so you get a fat ass tax, is what I'm saying. Basically, I mean, a lot of overweight people are lazy, apparently, so let them be lazy, right? So, inflation. How bad is inflation? Okay, I'll tell you how bad inflation is. Okay, I got a guy I know, right? Chloe's very angry with this guy. I made a joke. Hey, you coming back up here for up here, right? Oh yeah. Well, why don't you bring me some meat? He didn't ask me if I'm going to pay for it. No, a negative. He's going to turn around and not say that. I pay for my own stuff, right? It didn't even matter. And then he says, "Oh, you're begging. You beg if you want something." I wasn't begging. What I was begging is, "Hey, coming up here." He didn't say, "Oh, well, it'll cost you. Well, bring me some money. I'll give you some money for my. I'll sell you some money. Just give me the damn meats."
Yeah,
What did he? So what does he say? I'm mooching. I'm fucking mooching. Yeah, his best friend. "Oh, I can't afford anything. Can you bring me the meats?" "Oh yeah, no problem, honey. I love you so much." So you just say, guy with penis that he's in love with, or me who says, "Hey, bring me some meats." It doesn't say, and I said it twice in conjunction with, "Let me have money," or "Let me pay you for that." Didn't work. So to me, let me see Chloe. Chloe said to me, oh yeah. So let me tell you the inflation thing, okay? So I was at the store, right? And Chloe gives me the receipt. And I was very disappointed in the receipt last night. I'll tell you why, okay? I looked at Chloe. Chloe looked at me. And I said to Chloe, hopefully she'll hurry up because I'll be passing out in about an hour or two.
All right.
So I said to Chloe last night.
I'm waiting for my razors to soak so I don't get razor burn.
Surprised she doesn't have one of those electric ones, the new electric ones that don't do razor burn.
Here's the trick. When you use a razor, let it soak for like 10 to 15 minutes in a cup of warm water. Therefore, that stuff that comes...
She's got prone to razor burns with me, with the light little whatever I have stubble-wise. I asked Zoe a long time ago, "Do I show the stubble?" Zoe said, No, you don't, because you have the gray hair thing. Yeah. So, anyways, I'm trying not to trigger, but it happened. So, letting you know, I'm going to see the doctor next week. My hearing, and once they clean my ears out, I will be ready to go for a new set of hearing aids. My son, he's tired. He wants to come down, I think. So, inflation. You guys are wondering about the grocery store. Now, Chloe's like, "Please do not use the Nixon voice for me." You heard her herself. But I can't help it, because frankly, Chloe needs to realize I'm stripper pole. And then I make this the cool sound like I'm a diesel engine. So, shall we continue the business, people? Okay. So, inflation. How bad is it? It's bad. You heard it from Chloe. Chloe's our ears and eyes on the ground in Seattle. It's bad. How bad is pricing in Seattle, dear?
Well, in Seattle, they like to raise stuff up anyways, but
So how much would my beer be? Just out of curiosity. It's got sugar in it, by the way.
that'd probably be a little more because they charge sugar tax. Oh, grocery outlet's pretty good.
I wonder, does grocery outlet sell beer?
They do, actually. They sell some beers.
I wonder how much they are, and if they're any good. I'm gonna have to try them out.
They
sometime.
have that incline hard cider they sell there at grocery outlet.
Yeah, probably. And how much do you pay for a 6-pack?
It's a single large can, a huge can.
So I got a picture the other day, and I want to share this with you.
$3. I paid $3.
I want to share. I'm going to share with a picture with you, right, peeps? Because Zoe and I, we were talking, and Zoe asked me if I remember that picture, and I said yes. Then Zoe asked me specifically what we were doing with that picture, and I said we were doing something cool the other day, and anyways, I'll show you the picture. I was at the store, and anyways, I love Zoe, and I love Chloe, and this picture is me wearing my captain's hat. After we went to see Captain Ralphie, the fleet admiral, went on his boat. Starfleet regulations. We went on, actually, I should say his starship, not boat. And we were minding our own business, right? And Zoe said to me, love Zoe, by the way, love Chloe. And Zoe says to me in a private message, Bud Light, well, or Bud Ice. Now, let me just show you the picture because a lot of you guys will laugh your butt off, I think. So there's me in the gas station. Here we go. See? In the gas station with smiling. Now a lot of you people could sit there and think to me, this is when I was when I do my binge drinking, right? $2 a can. Now, that's like, I think it was on sale, $1.49 a can at the time. But look at that. Bud Ice. Now Bud Ice is not a bad beer. Those are double deucers, so those are the 24, 25 ounce cans. So I asked Chloe yesterday, Chloe, did they have Bud Ice? She said negative. Yeah, that's because Bud Ice is so cheap, you got to go to a gas station. Of course, there's the story behind the gas station story. Apparently, Chloe's not allowed in one of the gas stations anymore. We won't go into detail. My friend called me about that. Zoe, heard the story, I think. So one of the employees me and Chloe loves dearly, Sister Stacy, called me and was in an angry mood over something that happened at the gas station. That gas station that Chloe was at, the one where the beer is. So $1.49 at the time. That's a good deal. Now that's what they call alcohol for drunks. All right. Now, I remember when Zoe was here a year ago. One time we went in and I was getting some Ice House beer. It was $4.99 a count. I remember one day going into King's and Zoe, bless Zoe's heart, wasn't feeling good. She asked me to go shopping. I was doing it by myself. I always like to travel. What happened? Zoe turns around and finds out I get an Ice House. It was $4.99. I said, "Oh, 6-pack ain't bad. $4.99." I could have got $4 for. So I sampled it. Then the next day I went down. It was a Sunday, I think it was. And Zoe said, "Hey, Rita, what are you doing?" "I'm going to go to the town. Got to get dip," which, as you all can see, I'm not chewing anymore. I keep telling Chloe, tobacco makes you gain 30 to 50 pounds by itself. Yeah, that's the truth. Anyways, I'm proud I got off tobacco. So I turned around. Now I'm proud of myself. But anyways, so inflation is the real. The government sits there and says it's 2.9%. I was sitting last night outside thinking about how I'm going to do this video because Brother Higgins keeps bitching about inflation. So I tell Chloe says, "I'll do it in the morning." "Why?" "When you're sober." I said to Chloe, "You think I'm going to be drunk?" She says, "I know you're going to be drunk. Nanka, you're going to be drunk." Yeah. So what happens? And by the way, I'm not doing this on purpose, okay? Chloe, Nanka, this. The problem is the triggers happen because a person like me cannot invent a new word.
I understand, all right.
So the story goes like this. So Chloe says, So last night on the inflation front, right, I got to cook 2 sets of ribs. I got to cook some ham. The ham's got to be cooked or it's going to go bad. And I got to cook a turkey. Can't do it all while on an empty stomach. And if I keep filling that up, so anyways, my point is I want to share with you a story. Yeah, take your time. So, by the way, was it the marketplace or the Kings that had the cheese brats?
I don't remember. I honestly don't.
See how cute I am. I'm a cute little woman. So, it goes like this, preppers. So, I looked at my receipt last night. I looked at Chloe, and I'll tell you a joke about inflation.
About 5 more minutes, then
I said about inflation. I got a story about inflation, peeps. Me and Chloe's got to make up the bed today, too, because the sheets are falling apart again. But Chloe says, yes, I'll help. I'll tell you guys a story about inflation, okay? You're going to love this story about inflation. Moppy. So I was walking along last night and I looked at my receipt. And I would have done that. I did the same thing to Zoe, okay? I look at the receipt like this. I look at the receipt like this, right? I look at the receipt and then I would look at the receipt. And then, old man Pops, he never lets me have the receipt. But anyways, I look at the receipt. I look at Chloe and I said, this is what true inflation is. And Chloe said, well, I don't know what you mean. Sorry. Didn't mean to trigger Chloe. Yeah. And I looked at Chloe and I said, so you have not a clue what I'm talking about. Yeah, I have not a clue what you're talking about. Really? Ribs, $11.36. I said I'd pay it. Beer, instead of $4.99, it's $8.99. $8.99 for a 6-pack. So I'm gonna. I told Chloe today, you go shopping, you get me Dugan's at Marketplace. That's where she's going, right? She'll call me and let me know. But apparently they're out at the Kings, right? So here's the deal. And we're gonna get into the other thing that Zoe told me yesterday, okay? Then I looked at my receipt. Because, well, I have a receipt. I can see what pricing is. Now, Zoe, when she lived here, made the joke. Kings of Marketplace, everything's $7. So it should be called the $7 store because everything's $7. Gallon of milk, $8.99 for a gallon of milk. So $9 for a gallon of milk. Chloe, I put milk on the shopping list. At least you remembered to ship milk for my coffee. Of course, I'm not going to need milk for coffee this morning because, well, I decided to get into the ice house this morning because I thought I could use a nap while Chloe's running around getting breakfast links and maybe some bacon, right? So I'm at the shopping, right? And inflation. Inflation is the type of inflation that someone looks at something and someone else takes advantage of it, okay? Like, for example, Chloe's, I don't have my debit card with me, Rita. Then charge whatever, right? $9.99. $9.99 for a bottle of antacids. $9.99. Now, I should have said, pay it your damn self, but I wanted to get home for the beer. So I did my usual golden heart thing, just run it through. This is inflation, working against people. Chloe could have basically paid it out of her own pocket. Did Chloe buy anything? Yes. Chloe spent $15 for a case of beer. And by the way, just for the record, her beer is not as tasty as this. This is smooth for an iced beer. Hers is not smooth, not sophisticated, and pretty damn nasty. Hey, there he is. You want to Zoom with me or you want to Discord with me this morning? You want to join the Discord live, Marky Mark? Marky's here. I haven't seen Mark in a while. What up, brother? You want to join me this morning? So, inflation part 3 is big, okay? Pricing is, he says, no shit, Rita is live. Yes, I am live. Yeah, you want to join me on the live, Marky? I'll give you the link right now. Love when Mark joins because Mark has a lot to say. So, what happened? So, not only is inflation expensive,
Hey, stop it, alright? Look. People see my underwear. They're gonna get flat.
Actually, there's a blanket hiding the underwear.
I'll just remove the blanket.
Here, let me give you the link. You can join right here in the live chat, Mark. So come on, join up. I'd love to hear from you. Inflation is pretty damn bad. Plain and simple. The inflation is pretty damn bad. And the reason for it is because when someone says something, $9.99 for a bottle of antacids, that tells you right then and there. $11, that's a great deal on meat. And they raised the pricing of things. Now, there's a lot of people complaining about, get on Discord and I'll explain it, Mark. A lot of people literally are asking about inflation. Higgins is poking the mama bear. Now, why is he poking mama bear? I'll tell you why Higgins poking mama bear. Because mama bear is poked. Yeah, mama bear is poked. And inflation is pretty is a yeah, there you go. Mark the link is there for you to now inflation is pretty damn big. Inflation is pretty damn hard. And Mark, just so you know, that's my guest who is worried that their underwear will show, but they get technical and they're walking around like a dog right now. I'm going to say to you, Mark, say hello to the lovely Chloe who's visiting me this weekend and going out momentarily to the store to pick up some breakfast meats. I think I want bacon or sausage, or I may do a poll, bacon, sausage, or bratwurst. Bratwurst wouldn't be too bad for breakfast, but then again, bratwurst is only when paired with a good beer. So, anywho, don't go anywhere. Give me 20. Everyone wants me to give them 20. I'll tell you the story while we're waiting for Mark, guys. So, the other day, I was minding my own business, and I had to go collect Chloe yesterday at the ferry terminal, right? This old geezer, I love him dearly. Oh, don't leave. I need to talk to you. I didn't want to talk to him, so I left. Why didn't I want to talk to him? I just didn't want to talk to him. Why? See, even Chloe has his. Even Chloe has her opinions. Yeah. So, anywho, so what happened? I didn't want to hear him. I hear about him. Chloe is here. Yes, Chloe is here. That's who you saw, Marky. Yeah, you eat your breakfast and watch me, Mark. That's the plan. So inflation. What is inflation? So Chloe says, I am gonna pay you back. Okay, well you can pay me back the $10 for the freaking antacids. No problem. Go get me some bacon, maybe some sausage links, or some breakfast thing. Hell, a nice rib steak for breakfast wouldn't be too bad. Cooked, or a filet mignon. Yeah. The thing is I'm here to make a point. Okay, point is yeah. So what happens? I'll tell you. That's what happens. Okay. So yeah. So inflation is high. $11.36 I can live with. $10 for a thing of antacids I can't live with because it's too expensive. Then you have other issues in the spectrum. $4.99 for a 6 pints of beer I can live with. $7.99. Well, apparently they want to basically make it so you can buy one 6-pack of pints at the store, or you can pay for 1 pint at a brewery or a restaurant. I prefer the 6 pints myself. So, okay. Now I don't know how these people can turn around and justify raising prices on milk. I got to ask Chloe that one day, basically, because think about it. How do you justify $7.99 for a gallon of milk? Now, I mean, Zoe will probably call me later and be like, Rita, you were funny. Yes, I'm funny. But at the same time, I'm actually asking a question about inflation this morning. Think about it. Think about it. Milk's got sugars in it, by the way. They use milk as a sugar tax. Oh, you want to drink a little healthier? You want to drink your moo juice? You got to pay the sugar tax in Seattle. That's what Chloe just said. Yeah. Think about it. She said anything with sugar, milk has sugar in it. Think about it. And yet, is there? They want to tax the shit out of you if you eat healthy. They want to tax the shit out of you, or raise the inflation if you eat healthy. There's no happy medium. So, to me, think about it from my point of view, preppers. I mean, inflation through the roof. And Higgins says, "Oh well, yeah." Higgins wants inflation part 3 because he wants me to bitch about his property taxes. Sorry to say, if he makes under $12,000 a year, or gets $12,000 a year from his SSI, quote unquote, we'll actually do a math. I think he said it's $942 a month, give or take, right? $942. Hold on, we're gonna do this. $942 times 12 is $700 short, or $696 short of 12,000. So a little over 11,000. Okay, if he's paying $6,000 a year in taxes, I'd be bitching too. Fortunately, he's got food stamps that can take care of it. Food stamps. So if the government's giving him, and let me put it this way, okay? Here's how the government works, okay? No offense to Pee-wee, no offense to anyone who's Republican. And I talked to Chloe about this last night. I mean, I consulted with Chloe on some stuff, right? Chloe doesn't know if she's going to be reapproved or not for benefits, but let's just break down Higgins without basically discriminating against him, okay? Higgins is going to probably be denied basically based on his record, okay? Applied 9 years too late. No offense, Brother Higgins. Then he turns around and he claims he's entitled. You paid into it? It's your opinion. I'm not giving you my opinion. Every time I give my opinion, you don't like my opinion, okay? And this will interwrap into what me and Zoe talked about last night for 4 hours, okay? Well, yesterday. So it goes like this. So, I love Zoe dearly. I love Chloe dearly. I love Higgins dearly. I love Pee-wee dearly. Fortunately, comes to pricing and so forth. Pricing is one of my specialties. Zoe brought it up last night, I think so. The thing about inflation is it's real, okay? Now, Higgins, he's bitching about something. He's got something to bitch about. I mean, he emailed me, okay? I don't remember what the numbers were. Don't quote me on it, but let me just tell you, Higgins' gripe, okay? Higgins messaged me about he was talking about something or other. Backup drive. Thanks, Higgs. I ordered the backup drives, by the way, so thank you. Oh, yeah, here it is. So he's just sitting there, right? So Higgins says, well, you know, the electric, my electric is going up. Electric water is going up. Electric and water is going up. I was telling Chloe last night. Brother Higgins is complaining about his electric and water going up, right? The lovely Chloe said to me the same thing I told Higgins. Well, he says, oh, it doesn't affect, it affects everyone. The way I put it last night was something like, well, not my problem, right? Well, it should be. No, it's not my problem. It's your electric bill, right? The truth is, Chloe said to me, and I said this to Higgins, okay? The electric company, and I told this to Zoe because I brought it to Zoe, right? Zoe said it affects everyone. It's not just Higgins is getting an anvil of 500% increase in his income every year. Oh, we're going to take it so you can't live on anything. You get to live in the peanut gallery by eating up peanuts, right? They may raise peanuts. Truth is, when it comes to inflation, the company has decided that instead of paying a living wage, they're just going to make money off of you, the consumer, the Higgins, the Rita, the Chloe, the Zoe. Why? By raising rates. Think about it. Higgins says, my rates are going. The reason I sent an email to Higgins saying not my problem is I'll tell you why it's not my fucking problem. I'll tell you why. It's not my fucking problem because the lovely Higgins needs to realize that it affects everyone. While he lives in a 3, 4, 5 bedroom house and he's bitching about his electric, water, and garbage, I get water, garbage, and sewer included in my rent. Electric, well, as Zoe knows, could be $0. It could be $300 a month for a 2-bedroom. My neighbor is barely holding on to a 1-bedroom. So Higgins says, well, it affects everyone. Yeah, well, that's your opinion. Your opinion is it's your electric company, okay? So then he says his electric's going up, right? And so he shows me this draft of how much is going up, right? So the problem is, okay, it's going up like 10%, 10 to 15%, right? Let's just say water and electric going up 10 to 15%. Why? I'll tell you what. Under the inflation rule, they don't care. They know they can nickel and dime the shit out of it. They want to sit there and they want to raise Higgins' taxes by another $5,000 a year. They'll damn well do it because they can. And they know Higgins cannot fucking argue. Either Higgins loses his house or Higgins fucking pays the taxes. Plain and simple. So inflation. Let's break down inflation today on part 1 of inflation. And we'll go on our part 3 of inflation because I'm going to break it down for you. Now, there's 2 ways you can look at inflation. You can sit there and be like the Higgins and the Sister Pee-wees, no offense, and bitch about how the economy's gone down the shitter, okay? Oh, the economy's down. Or you can be the pragmatic person who says, economy's fine. Me, I'm going to sit here today and say, and I'm using Pee-wee and Higgins as an example, and Zoe. I'm going to say something about Zoe. Zoe knows the economy is shitty on this island. They nickel and dime the fucking tourists. That's why Zoe left. I miss Zoe. If I win the lotto, Zoe will be back with me on my boat. So, and I say my boat because I'm going to buy a boat. I don't own a boat. I can't claim I have a boat. I have nothing. Okay. So, the bottom line is this. Inflation is real. Okay. Literally, the biggest inflation spike in the world is real. So, and that inflation is real. And because of it, inflation's real. These companies are raising the prices. Now, has anyone ever looked at the inflation spike? Have you? Because if you haven't, I'll tell you exactly what's going on. Sober or drunk, I'll tell you. You see, comes to inflation, my friends. Pricing is going to go up. Now, let me tell you about the past. The past was great back in the day. You see, when I grew up, a Nintendo was $199.99 in the box, right? You want to know how bad inflation is? I'll give you an example. The lovely lady who's visiting me, Mark's like, he's still got 10 minutes for his breakfast, so you got 10 minutes, Mark, so I better see you around 8:15. So I'm going to give you a 5-minute extra. See, and I want to talk to Mark about inflation because the truth is, inflation's high. I mean, think about it this way: in 1 year, Chloe's missed 3 payments on paying back the damages. Right? I'm paying every month. I'm still paying every month, and yet I'm suffering big time. But I don't complain. I told Chloe to her face, I'm taking my money on payday again. She said, okay. You know what the problem is with taking money from Chloe on this whole issue? Is this, okay? Trying to get Chloe to pay. Now, Chloe's going to be moving up north. That'll take her a couple months to figure out what is up north, okay? She's actually moving because they cherry pick in Seattle. And if she loses her housing, she's moving north, okay? Now, I love Chloe dearly, but I'm entitled to funds, okay? Now, I love Chloe dearly. Now, inflation, yeah, it's real. The government spoon feeds you these things, right? Saying inflation's low, right? They claim, or get this, the cost of living has raised. Oh, well, no shit, Sherlock. I'm 46 years old. Chloe's 36 years old. Now, I could have a nice conversation with Chloe if she didn't sit there looking at the mirror all pretty and ask her, 30 years ago, what's pricing like? I can compare it with her. I can compare it with Zoe. I can compare it with Higgins. I can compare it with Mark. The real truth is the price of the cost of demands meeting the expectation of today's wages, of today's pricing? No. The problem is Americans turn around 30 years ago. I mean, has anyone ever looked at back in the day, the 1800s, when they started keeping price indexes? A steak, 13 cents. 13 cents was a lot of money back then. A slab of bacon, 9 cents for a slab of bacon. Now look, slab of bacon, more money than you can shake a stick at. But has the cost of inflation gone up? Yes. Has it met the price rising? No. Why hasn't it? I'll tell you why. The American people basically have not seen what's going on in the world. Now, Chloe's finished up. She should head to the store, and then I might send her later after breakfast before I pass out to food bank for me. And then I will make ribs for dinner tonight. I'm going to make a stack of ribs, and I'm making that ham. I'm going to cook the ham, too, at the same time. So Chloe has meat to go back with her. Why? Because I'm a generous person. And I forgot to turn my fan on again. So let me turn my fan on. And apparently, Chloe left a can of Ice House on my floor, which is not a trash. Which, by the way, apparently the manager told me, here's this funny story about the manager the other day. The manager said to me, every time Chloe visits, my place smells. Well, maybe it's Chloe. Maybe she's a homeless, smelly bum. Yeah, but she may be homeless, but she's not a bum. Yeah, so bottom line is this. Inflation is high. There's a lot of people in this world. I'm not going to belittle Higgins or belittle Pee-wee for a different. Pee-wee has her own political things, okay? Political theater. But when it comes to pricing, I'm an expert. Zoe told me this, okay? And I'm going to tell you a story about the economy. Actually, I'm going to tell you 2 stories today. One is a big story. The other one's a minor story. But, and Zoe knows the minor story is about her. So, now, what's going on? How are we handling it? How's life? I love life. Life is good. Economy is pretty bad, okay? So, here's how it works. I love life, okay? Fortunately, the economy's hurting for everyone. Buy a used car, you're paying more money. Buy a used boat, like Pop's boat, you pay more. Then when you get the boat, you may have to repair it, which means you may have gotten a limit. All right. So the bottom line is people are dwelling on the past. That's the thing. They want to live in the past. They want the past. But even if you take the Democratic Party and move to the future with Kamala Harris, or you take the Trumper Party, that is what it is, the Trumper Party, and I don't support the Republicans anymore. I don't support the Democrats either. You go backwards 100 years. You're taking away abortions. That's what is fueling right now the polls. But I will explain the polls in a minute too. You got the polls. You're fueling the polls. You're doing this. You're doing that, right? You got the never forever Trumpers, right? Those Trumpers, apparently, as my father-in-law says, wants a dictator. You'd rather be under a dictatorship than be under someone like Kamala Harris. Fine and dandy. It's your opinion. Go enjoy, embrace your dictatorship. Embrace when your retirement's gone. You're in a camp, rounded up and getting plugged because you don't have an income. And they think you're too useless to live. They plug you. They want robots that are the working class. Yeah. Now, here goes. Inflation. Economy. My forte, my specialty, as Zoe says. Now, we could go on and on and on. I know that Sister P, we may message again, but you know what? I don't give a shit. You know why? I'll tell you why. Because I'm not voting for either party. There you go. I already made the decision. Because, A, I got my ballot the other fucking day, and not even Pee Wee even heard what I said the other day about my ballot. It was a preliminary ballot. Didn't even have Harris or Waltz on it. Didn't have Biden or Trump. Didn't have the RFK. Think about it. Yeah. That's close to the election. Yeah. Our primaries didn't even have any presidential nominations. Yeah. And then before that, there was a primary for president and vice president. I chose. But it said, the state said, Trump or Biden. I don't have to tell you who I voted for. Because Dinky thinks I voted Democratic. Well, Dinky can kiss my ass because that's not me. Now, I need to get this clean so I can eat soon. Yeah. Anywho, let's get on with the beer because frankly I'd like to take a light snooze eventually. And so, point is, okay, people are wanting to go back 50, 100 years, but is it going to really make a difference when it comes to inflation? No. The thing is, we're living in 2024. I was born in 1978. Do you want 1978 prices? Oh, yes, I'd like, but you want 1978 prices with today's wages. Yeah, you can survive, no problem. But companies don't want that. Why don't companies want that? Because they don't give a shit about you. We got a comment today. Hi, God bless Trump. Frankly, this is non-political channel, Mr. Niles, and I'm not taking your bait, okay? To me, personally, democracy, whether it be Democrats or Republicans, can both kiss my rosy red crippled ass. There you go. Plain and simple. Why? Because I said so, and it means so. And this is my channel, and I can tell everyone, if you don't like my politics, you can fuck off. Plain and simple. My politics is, we're talking about the real issues here that's going to fuel the election. Now, the Republicans, they're claiming the economy's bad. Well, in some ways, it is. But that's only because there's too many Republican fart boxes out there that want, fart boxes, by the way, that want one thing and one thing only. They want lower prices. Think about it. I want you to sit there. I want you to literally think on this Saturday morning edition while I'm having a beer this morning, that you sit there and think, what the fuck is going on? You want pricing for 40 years ago? I was born almost 50 years ago, okay? Do I want pricing at 50 years ago? Yeah. If they give you living wages today, you can survive. But no. Thing is, they're just going to raise the rate. I remember Super Nintendo games being almost $90 a game back in the day. $90. That didn't go too well, apparently, so they had to drop pricing. But think about it. We're in 2024. Now, I want to tell you a story about 2024 and inflation pricing and stuff, because Zoe said to me the other day, you're a master pricing. Yes. So, I don't care if he took a bullet for democracy. I don't give a shit, okay? Mr. Niles or Miss Niles. I don't give a shit. You know what I give a shit about? I'm going to give a shit and tell you a story now. There's a guy who I love dearly who thinks it's $1 to wash and $1 to dry here in my apartment complex. Living in, he's like 70-year-old fart, a 70-year-old geezer. It's $4 to wash and $4 to dry. This is what he donated to the laundry cause. Do I complain? No. Why? Because frankly, it doesn't matter. What matters to me is Mr. doesn't realize times change. When you turn around and you literally want to live and say inflation's high? No, inflation is not high. Pricing is high. They're around to scalp you. They're there to scalp you. They're there to screw you over in stores. Yeah. Literally, they're there to screw you over one way or another. You see, for the love of the argument, thanks, Mark, inflation is high. You see, I'm giving Mark plenty of time. Told me he had an extra 5 minutes from this. Now, he's got 4, but he said, give me a few minutes. That's fine. See, he just checked in with me. Problem is with inflation, everyone, is people want to live in the fucking past. I mean, literally, Mark, he probably wants to live in the past too with pricing, but doesn't meet the expectations of today's wages. No. Americans need to know that pricing is not getting out. Look at Chloe, for example. Chloe, during the pandemic, people ripped off everyone. Look at Chloe. Chloe had to pay $6,000, $7,000 for 2 bikes. Yeah, and then they tell me I can't use my bike because I gotta use the bike lanes. Sorry, I have no Nonca motor. Now, a lot of you moderators and YouTubers and stuff that like my channel, thank you. Fortunately, the problem is inflation is real. The lovely Zoe made a statement last night about Mark Higgins and other issues. And it wasn't, and Pee Wee and other. And it wasn't, it was basically a general discussion, okay? The general discussion was, from Zoe's point of view, and I asked Chloe last night while we were walking home, it goes like this, is Americans are being ass raped, screwed, in the bunghole, whether you're male or female, on price gouging. It doesn't affect one person, it affects everyone. And that means it affects everyone when it comes to pricing. Zoe said herself, she said, you live in a world, they'll raise your electricity. They're going to raise the fucking electricity because they fucking can. Not because they want to, it's because they fucking can. They're going to sit there and milk you so you can't afford your food. It's either you live in the dark or you buy groceries. Or you cut corners. Look at Grandma Jones, for example. She has to cut everything out so she can live. Look at the old lady, Jane Albright, I think I read you the other day on inflation. Used to live on, have for her lunch was roast beef and tuna sandwiches. Now, her lunch is fucking ramen. Yeah, think about it. So, Zoe says, smash the like button. Hey, Zoe, what's up? Good to see you, Zoe. The point is people want lower pricing, but companies don't want to pay lower pricing, so the companies found a way to get around it by raising the rates. Now, hopefully, Chloe hurries up because yeah, some people claim I'm the slave driver. But anywho, bottom line is, Chloe will take the shopping cart with the 2 coolers in it. I will get that prepped real quick for her. But anyways, let me tell you the story. Well, we're having a nice conversation this morning. Wherever I put my shoes. I don't even know what happened last night. You're a good girl. You want to take your card or my card? No, you should take my card. Is my shoes around or? I'm just wondering where my shoes are, that's all. Because the phone's turning cooler and yeah, you're a good girl. Yes? Yeah. Your phone charge is good or can I call you?
73% battery.
Good.
I'll call you when I get to Marketplace.
Right. On and I'll check my balance while you're on the way so I can let you know. Oh, sorry. It's a bad habit, Donka. Anywho.
What's this? Wireless thing. Oh, it's adapter. I'll clean it first.
All right, preppers. Sorry about this. Had to get Chloe on her way and pack a few things. She's got the phone. Oh, yes. My home number is. My home number is. My home number. Oh, yeah. Oh. So, beep, beep, pop. Anywho. They have no Dugans. I'm going to be royally pissed. Where's my phone? That's fine. Hey, where did I put my phone? Is that in the office here?
Not blocking the door.
This is mine, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta find that damn mouse.
I'll do a poll. I can't, for the life of me, remember where my phone is. Without it, I can't check my balance. Tomorrow is laying a loaf around day. It's the Lord's Day. You always tell me to take a rest on the Lord's Day.
Yeah, that's you do it.
We have to. And game day. Oh, no, this is bobby pin. Where the hell's my phone? Is it in my pants or 2 remotes which we slept on? Do you know? Sorry. Where's my remote? Where's my phone? I mean, phone? Yes.
The idea. Where's that?
So, oh, my coat maybe? I wore it last night walking around here. I need it for my mouth. Yes, here it is. I think I feel it. Yes, I feel it. All right, I'll see you when you get back here. I'll check my balance and I'll call you about it. All right, preppers. Here we go. Zoe's like smiling. Hi, Mark. Hi, Chloe. Happy Saturday, y'all. Smash the like. Yeah. Mark's gonna join us. Hey, Zoe, you want to join us too on Discord, on the StreamYards this morning? So Higgins says, Raffle Mayo. Roll on for laughing my ass. Okay, so here is the deal. Okay, inflation's high. A lot of people want to live in the past. They want their diesel to be X amount. Americans say that they can't keep up with the current pricing. It's because of political things. Democrats and Republicans get together and they make rules. They raise the fucking fuel prices. Then you hear other jackasses saying, well, if you want to do this, then you got to get rid of fossil fuels and use electricity. Fortunately, what happens with electric cars? You're paying more at to charge it every night. You see, getting rid of the fossil fuels only means you're going to the you're now doing the power grid thing, you know. So basically, then you pay more on the power. But they haven't invented an electric car. They haven't invented an X amount of things. So what happens? You get screwed anyway. Look at it. So bottom line is, think about it. I mean, look at Zoe, for example. Let me give the West Pennsylvania. That's where it was. I was thinking of a woman I game with in Virginia. Virginia popped in my head for some reason. Anyways, the joke is the Pennsylvanian wifey. I call her wifey to be funny because she acts like wifey. She literally yeah. So now I'm gonna check on my balance. How the hell did I end up? Let's see. Oh yeah, $5 there. That's cool. Yeah, cool. So, anyways, so the Pennsylvania wifey turns around, and we talked about pricing last night, right? And I said, because I said out of love, oh, Mark's joining. All right, let's Mark in. Here we go. Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. Marky Mark and I see a black screen. Houston, we have a problem. So Charlie Bodega says, if it's not white, it ain't right. I'm sorry to say that we don't accept racism in this channel. Even moderator Mark knows we're not racist. Hey, Mark, what up, brother? Good to see you.
Good to see you, Rita. It's been a while.
Yeah, you always you always wonder about the morning edition. Well, let's just say Chloe's with me, and let's see. Can we make this bigger? Yes, I can. There we go. Make it bigger. And my morning brew. I'm having a beer this early morning for the morning edition. So how have you been, Mark?
Been okay, Rita.
How's we're talking about inflation today due to the fact that Higgins keep pestering me for inflation part 3. So what's the inflation like down there in Cincinnati, brother?
Columbus, Rita.
Columbus. Sorry, everyone. I keep getting Cincinnati and Columbus mixed up. What's the inflation like in Columbus?
Oh, it's not good.
Well, give us an example of your everyday pricing, because everyone around wants to, they're saying inflation's too high, but
Well,
I think they just want to live in the past.
Well, it's like they wanted $3.29 for a large drink at Wendy's.
$3.29 for a drink at Wendy's. You hear that, people? You're hearing it from eyes on the ground from Mark himself. $3.29. I mean, they wanted it. They want. I just paid $7.99, Mark, here on the island for a gallon of milk yesterday.
Oh wow!
And then you know those Rolaids or Tums, the dry ones, the Rolaids.
You see people walking, Rita?
$10. Hey, that looks like a nice community.
Yeah, that's crazy. How much is a box of cereal?
Nearly almost $8 a box. It's like everything's $8 now here on the island.
Oh wow!
Well, my beer that I'm drinking, Mark, is supposed to be $4.99 a six-pack. They're charging me $8.99 for a six-pack.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Ooh, I better wait.
So Zoe says,
Yeah, I'm outside. Tell Zoe I said hi.
Zoe says the morning crew is here for Krabby. Yes, Krabby McCoffee is a crab.
Krabby McCoffee.
Krabby McCoffee is me. By the way, Mark, you said your commander's here. If you remember, you asked me to promote you. You're a captain.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know. I get confused about that.
Don't worry about it. We all get confused. So basically, everyone, as you know, Mark and I were talking about pricing. Now, inflation is pretty damn high, but they're spoon feeding you the inflation. People want prices in the past, but they want prices.
Rita, look at this.
That's cool. So Zoe says inflation is starving us out. She's talking about your pricing for a Wendy's drink. Some guy says the meth epidemic is of 2005 still hasn't stopped. Look, I don't know anyone in my entire life that does meth. Do you know anyone that does meth, Mark?
No.
My sister died of an overdose of fentanyl and booze, but that's fentanyl and booze, not meth.
Yeah.
So Zoe says, "Great to see you, Marky Mark." She says, "Great to see you, Marky Mark." That's what she said in the comments.
Yeah, good to see you.
Good to see everyone. Glad you're still around. I usually don't do these early morning. Come here, Conehead. Uncle Mark wants to be Conehead this morning.
I know.
My name is Rocky. I'm wearing a cone.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to catch you sometimes, Rita. You know.
So, Mark, what do you think of little Conehead?
Conehead.
We come from France. You remember that, Dan Aykroyd? We come from France.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, the Coneheads. But anyways, so you're actually riding your bike for once, eh, Mark, after breakfast?
Yeah.
So where are you headed, brother?
What's that?
I said, where are you headed?
Oh, get some lottery tickets, Rita. May I'll hit it. Hit something.
Zoe says, where is my promotion for being best friend forever? Okay, here's the promotion, everyone. I'm going to do this real quick while Mark's on riding his bike so you can see where he's going. We're going to do this. And then we're going to, no, sorry, I didn't mean to belch, everyone. That was just a habit because I drank too much. So we're going to give Zoe a promotion. All right, people. I'm going to share it with you on right here. When it loads, of course, I'm going to give you a 150% increase on Zoom on the web browser. Actually, I'll give it 175 for once. Here we go. There we go. So I'm going to do this morning. Promotion for Zoe. We're going to do this while Mark's riding his lovely mint green bike that Zoe has. Is it mint? Hey, Mark, is that a mint green bicycle you're riding, brother?
What's that?
Is that a mint green bicycle you're riding?
Oh, green and black.
So everyone,
oh shit, I ain't going back.
Zoe asked for a promotion. Here you go. I'm gonna give you guys the link right here in the link description on Google Chrome, and in the live chat. I'm gonna click on this. And I guess I can't. Okay. So what you want to do? There's 3 links. So do this. Order. What's so funny about depression book on Amazon? And there you go. So Zoe's book is up again. She's re-edited it. It's really good. There it is.
All her book.
So go out, buy Zoe's book, put in what's so funny about depression, and give Zoe some business. And when you do get business, post in the comments that you heard it from moderator Mark and from the boss Rita that we recommended the book. We don't get any sales, but we are giving recognition to our moderator Zoe. So go out and buy the book today. That's what we can.
Purchase the book. All proceeds go to Chloe.
All proceeds go to Zoe, and Zoe can live comfortably.
Zoe's hot.
Yeah, Zoe. This is Zoe's book, everyone. We want Zoe to be happy. So, as Mark said, all proceeds go to Zoe. So, go ahead and click that buy it now button, please. What do you think, Mark?
Yeah, I think that's a good promotional gig there.
Yeah, well, the thing is if you read the book, Mark, and let me put it this way. You may pay like, what, $15 for a pack of cigarettes there in Columbus?
It's close to like $8, Rita, so you know.
Put it this way, Mark. I could save your life by cutting out 2 packs of smokes. Go order Zoe's book.
Oh, tell me about it, man. This rent out here, Rita, it's like a house payment. Pretty much, well, I've been looking for houses and stuff, and I mean, it's like the same house payment as an apartment payment.
Well, and that's the inflation biting in the ass, isn't it, Mark?
Right.
Like I said, Mark, to be funny in this conversation, 2 packs of cigarettes equal the same price as Zoe's book. Go and buy a copy. Read it. You and your girlfriend will love the book. It's really entertaining. It's got entertainment value.
One right here, sweetheart.
Zoe says, please buy her book so she can come home. Yes, Zoe wants to come home, people. She wants to come home. She's got a room right in the back there already made up for her. All she has to do is make enough money to come home, people. But she can't come home, people, if you don't buy her book.
Oh, she wants to come back to Washington.
She wants to come back to Rita. That's her goal.
Yeah.
She wants to be back with Rita because, yeah, she loves the Rita.
She'll find her way.
Yeah, probably in
Right.
20 years when she's 72 years old, Mark, and be like with a cane and she already lost all her marbles.
Oh no.
Zoe says she's praying you find a house, Mark. She really is.
Really? Yeah. That housing market, Rita, it's just so.
It's inflation, man. I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, just remember what I just said. $10 for a thing of Rolaids. I mean, come on, man. Tums.
I know, Rita. The housing market. See, they got a house there for sale.
Meth mouth delusional. I'm sorry. Would Zoe's in or another moderator give this guy the boot?
There's another house for sale.
That's a really nice, so some guy says, so you don't know anyone who does meth? No, sorry, sir, I don't. The problem is I don't know anyone who does meth. Mark, do you know anyone that does meth?
No.
My sister died of fentanyl, but that's my sister.
Yeah, my nephew, he overdosed on fentanyl a year ago.
Well, this guy, Charlie Bodega, calls us losers.
Oh my God.
Yeah, well. Then he says, I'm using meth. Sorry, dude, I drink too much, but I don't do meth. Never have. I gave up tobacco recently. It was that expensive.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I gave up tobacco about 90 days ago, Mark.
Oh, wow.
I went completely cold turkey, I tell you. It was pretty damn interesting experience. I told Zoe that the other day. The only one that's delusional, Charlie Bodega, is you. And if moderator Zoe has her way, she'll give you the boot. So, moderator Pee-wee or moderator Zoe, or no, not moderator Pee-wee, moderator Zoe or moderator Higgins, if you're watching this, as the Fleet Admiral or Captain Mark would say, give this guy the rosy boot out. Give him the royal boot out. Boot him out. I have no clue who he is. So he says he's got an opinion. His opinion is he's calling me a meth person. I don't do meth. And by the way, Charlie, Zoe knows me personally. Mark knows me personally. Mark, do you think I'm on meth?
You're what?
Do you think, brother Mark, I'm on meth?
No.
This guy here says he has an opinion. His opinion is, you insult me and call me a meth user when I never touched meth in my life. What do you think? Should we just let him be, or should we give him the boot? That you're a moderator yourself, Mark. What do you think? Boot or leave him alone?
I say leave him alone.
Right. Okay. We'll leave him alone then. But still, it pisses me off that.
Let him waste his energy for nothing, Rita.
All right, we're gonna let him waste his energy for nothing. Mark's right. We'll just let him be. All right, Charlie, go ahead and insult me all you want. I guess Mark's already made the ruling for me. Thank you, Mark. I'm glad someone can make the ruling for me for once. You see, my moderating team, everyone makes the decisions for me. As Mark knows, for what is it we've been talking for over 4 years. Mark earned his status, and he knows when the boss is quote unquote under the weather on booze, he makes the decision. So he just made it for me. So enjoy insulting me, Charlie. There you go, Mark. We'll go back to our conversation. So when are you gonna find a house, brother?
I don't know, Rita. It was like they wanted us to sign a year lease, but if we went like for like 6 months, Rita, it'd be an extra $179.
Hold on,
All on
Mark. I
top
want
of
to say something. So Charlie says
Okay.
it's my first rights amendment. Not on my channel. I have a disclosure that the owner of this channel can basically kick you out against your first rights amendments. When Google turns around, Mr. Charlie, and I'm going to say this because Zoe knows it and Mark knows it. Mark's going to hear it again because Mark's a great moderator. Thank you, Captain.
Yep.
That Google, YouTube flagged my video and gave me a strike recently for misinformation of the coronavirus. And the election wasn't stolen. The election was not stolen. So I'm going to say to you, Mr. Charlie, your first rights amendment, I don't give a shit. Because if Google tells me that the election wasn't stolen and the coronavirus is a serious problem, then your first rights amendment doesn't mean shit to me because my first rights amendments to Google doesn't mean shit to them. What do you got to say, Brother Mark, on that issue?
Hey, you're right about all of it, Rita. Look, Rita. See the ball field?
Beautiful.
Yeah. But yeah, I think we'll probably end up.
Says just because someone can't get their teeth fixed does not mean they're on meth. Thank you, Zoe. Zoe knows me personally, but
Right.
you know, Mark, I'm glad you're on the same page as me because you didn't know, but I was locked out for over a week on YouTube.
Oh, really? Oh, wow, Rita. Yeah, I always been.
Misinformation as usual. It's like their algorithm's 2 years behind, so they flag something 2 years later, and they're like, "Oh, we removed your video." I'm like, "This." The last time I saw it, I was like, YouTube's run by a bunch of robots. Fuck them. I ain't gonna fucking contest this. That's what I said. I ain't contesting it.
So, Chloe, is she staying with you now, Rita,
she's
or is she
visiting me for the weekend? Yeah, she's gonna be moving soon to Bellingham to be homeless up there. They cherry pick who gets housing in Seattle.
Oh wow, yeah.
So, anyways, so yeah, that's what they did. They told Chloe the other day, Mark, you're not black enough to live in these apartment complexes. You're not black enough. Go figure that. That's cherry picking right there, brother.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That's yeah.
Zoe says these are good people. Salto, they're just so. Zoe and I talked yesterday, people, and since I have Mark joining us, I want to share with you a story. So the other day, several months ago, before Zoe left, Mark's sad that Zoe left. Everyone around me says that Zoe should stay here. Zoe's got a room here. If she comes back, she's just got to take it. So I was at a bar the other day. Mark knows me and my bars. I go into a bar with Zoe for Zoe's therapist appointment. Zoe says, I don't know what I'm going to do when the therapist finds out I have booze on my breath. Not my problem. So I get a cup of coffee, and Zoe says, do you want some Baileys with it? I say no. Zoe says, why not? It says too expensive. So Zoe pays she buys 6 shots. It was like $90 or something of the sort.
Oh, wow.
So then, hold on. So then I said to Zoe, give me some money. I'll go and do something for you while you're out and about. So Zoe gives me some money. I go out. I leave. Zoe went shopping. Zoe went to her therapist appointment. I basically come back and Zoe learns, you don't fuck with Rita. You don't mess with Rita. And Rita's basically an economical advisor. So we go back to my place. I'm smiling ear to ear, like Nixon. So we get to my place here at the studio. And what happens, people? Zoe says, "Why are you smiling?" I said, "Well, I saved a lot of money." She said, "Why?" "I gave you money and I didn't see any returns." Zoe being funny. Turns out, for one shot of Bailey's at $15 at any bar here in Friday Harbor, San Juan County, you can get a bottle of Dugan's, which is better than Bailey's, for $15 for the bottle and get 21 shots. Do the math, people. When I showed Zoe all the booze that I bought on her dime, she turned around and took most of it home, leaving me like 2 bottles for myself. Why? At that point, Zoe said, on the economic front, you save money by buying it at home. And Dugan's is something that's really good, peeps.
Rita, look at this.
She says I never said that. Actually, you did. You said, quote unquote, Haley's, Zoe. How am I going to handle my therapist when I'm completely tipsy? That's what your words were, not mine. I remember clearly. What do you think, Mark? Is my memory going shitty, or have I overdrank too much that I'm spinning a great fishtail?
You still can remember. Yeah, you're a smart woman, Rita.
Yeah, well, so inflation, like I said to you all, is pretty damn high. Yes, Charlie. Well, here's something funny. Let me go grab the thing. Hey, Mark, did you see the picture? Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
Did you see the picture I posted this morning while you're having your breakfast, or did you miss it?
Oh, I missed it.
Here, let me show you real quick. I'll post it on the screen and get your opinion on it. Let me pull it up real quick. So, Zoe posted this to me, and it says something like "Got Bud Ice." Got Bud Ice. So here you go. I don't get Mark's opinion here. Here you go. What do you think, Mark? Bud Ice.
Oh, okay. Yep. Huh. Yeah. I like Bud.
Yeah, well, you do know that can's like $1.49 at the time when Zoe was here. That's what it costs for a can of Bud Ice, and that's Budweiser Ice.
Yep.
You ain't gonna find it that cheap anymore.
Is it different than Bud Light, Rita, or?
Bud Ice isn't bad, but it ain't great. Did I ever tell you the story a couple weeks ago what Chloe did to me? No, I didn't. So Chloe brings me something called Hurricane. Have you ever tried that high octane Hurricane?
No.
It's like a malt liquor. I was like, I go and it's all ice cold, and I pour it in my glass and I go and drink it down. One can put me to sleep for like 9 hours. I was like, I mean, literally, the thing is like, literally, it's like a tank of a drink. I mean, literally, I was saying, and then Chloe said, Rita, I didn't get a hold of you. What happened? I was sleeping. Your hurricane put me to sleep.
Yeah. Oh, look at this, Rita.
Says, I am not even there. I am
Hey,
in
Rita, look at
bunker. Hillbilly bunker. That's what Zoe is. Zoe's a hillbilly. What do you think, Mark? Zoe's a hillbilly.
I didn't know how huge this place was, Rita.
So So Charlie says, my therapist told me to be more open-minded. So here it goes. I like to sit backwards on my toilet so I have a table to eat my cereal. That's pretty damn funny. What do you think, Mark? Sitting back
Yeah.
on the toilet to have a table, yes.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So Zoe says, I took that on the island, but icy. Yeah, of course you were, Zoe. We were having a great day. Did I ever tell you for Zoe's birthday, Mark? This was recently. We went over and we had some dinner over at the bowling alley, right? And while we were there, I was dancing on the bowling alley floor while I was completely drunk. Then I ended up in the courthouse lawn, completely passed out, and ended up in the emergency room. And they asked me what I was doing. I said, I don't know. I ended up that far. I was trying to get home.
But when did this happen, Rita?
March 3rd.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
It
Yeah.
was Zoe's birthday. She was born on March 3rd. Yeah.
Mm.
And as you know, between you and Zoe, Mark, you and I both agree she's very gorgeous.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. She's
Get
a
your
hot
own
commodity.
Zoe, Mark. That's my Zoe, my wifey from Pennsylvania.
She's a hot commodity, Rita. You better keep her. You should try to get her.
She is a keeper. I've been trying to get her to come back here, but so far, no dice,
Yeah.
I spoke to her recently. Yeah. Zoe says, what is Chloe buying? I have no clue. Chloe hasn't made it to the store yet. Let's call Chloe. There we go. Hello, Chloe. I need to know what you're buying. Pick up some more iced beer while you're out, maybe, or some Dugans, or some eggs, or maybe some bacon. What do you think? I got to do a poll shortly.
Yeah.
You didn't call me, so what's up? Yes, call me. I know my balance, so call me when you get to Marketplace. Okay, thank you. Love you. So apparently they're farting around right now, slow walking to the store. Chloe's supposed to be buying bacon, but since this is a video about inflation, what's the bacon prices where you're at, Mark?
I don't know. They're probably high, Rita. Everything.
So Zoe and I, when Zoe was living here, Mark, she'd take a picture and she's like, I am not paying $13 for 12 ounces. That's 3/4 of a pound for you guys that don't understand ounces of bacon. $13 for a pound, 3/4 of a pound for bacon. That's expensive, Peppers.
Yeah. How much is a 12-pack of Coke there?
$9.99 if it's on sale. $13.99 off sale.
Wow. Yep.
Zoe says, best birthday card ever. She's talking about the Yoda card. 50 years and over? You look pretty good for your age. Something like that is what Yoda says. Yeah, even though the card was printed in China, and even though the card was very expensive, I had to send it to Zoe because, well, Yoda basically speaks about Zoe's age, and Zoe looks pretty damn good for her age. Even Mark says that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. How old is she?
51, Mark.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah, she looks good.
Wife from Pennsylvania is my wifey, and she's only 51. Get your own 51-year-old wifey.
Hey, I got friends as strippers. She has silicone tits, Rita.
Oh,
She's
God.
not. She said. I seen her a couple of days ago. She said she loves me.
These are silicone, but they look pretty good, don't you think?
Yeah.
Anyways, I love what some guy says, everyone on my channel. Silicone tits. Why don't you just say she's got fake tits and be it to go, not silicone? But anyways, what about your stripper friend? I want to hear the story.
Oh, she's really nice, Rita. We talk and stuff like that, and sometimes it's not, all about, sex and all that.
I
She's
knew
a
a
down to
guy. Well, my nephew's dad, he's a sweetheart, Troy. When he was younger, way younger, he used to joke about having a woman who he knew that had silicone tits. And he
Oh,
used to say those tits were ice cold when he put his hands on them. The original silicone tits were ice cold.
huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he just posted it. Bacon was $12.99 on the island when she was here. Actually, it went up in price, my dear, but I'm glad Zoe's talking about a place with us.
So, hey, Rita, like how much is like a pack of smokes?
Well, if you want to get technical, it's about $14 for a pack here on the island.
Wow, even like for like a pack of like Mavericks.
Let me put it to you this way: when Zoe was here, she smoked Virginia Slims, and they were $14 a pack.
Wow.
My chew, remember I used to chew, Mark? $14 a 10. I just couldn't afford it anymore, man.
Yeah, right. That's crazy, Oh, you know Hulk Hogan, don't you, Rita?
Yes, I love. Hey, did you see that YouTube video the other day of Hulk?
Yeah. Hey, you know what?
He's
I'm gonna
sitting here
see
with
it.
a stick in California. He's got this walking cane. And he's like, alcohol's the worst thing in the world. And he's there and he's being friendly and cordial with the police. And they're hauling his son off to jail for drunken disorder.
Yeah. I seen that too.
I love that video. That was like, he's the epitome of self-discipline,
Right. Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna meet him Wednesday. He's promoting his beer.
Well, you let him know that when you see him, Mark, on Wednesday, you tell him that the boss, Rita, wants to review his beer. So if he sends me some free beer, I'll review it on my channel for him for free.
Yeah, okay.
You just gotta make sure the beer gets delivered to me, okay, brother?
Okay, I'll try, Rita.
I know you'll try, but the main thing is I know it won't be delivered. Hey, did you see? Hey, Mark, I gotta ask you. Did you see my new? Have you been following my videos lately, or you haven't had the chance?
I a little bit here and there, Rita, but basically, like I told you before, just concentrating on the, getting a house or a condo, and been really busy doing that, Rita.
Well, the reason I asked, Mark, is because I was wondering if you saw my video about birthday presents, because as you know, I'm 46 now, and I had a birthday, and one of my presents was so great, Mark, that I want to share it with everyone on.
What was it? Are you gonna tell them?
Yes, I was gonna say it's. Have you ever seen the Nintendo Switch?
Seen what?
Have you ever seen something called a Nintendo Switch?
Oh yeah.
Well, I got something similar to the Switch for my birthday. It's called a Lenovo Legion Go. It's like a Switch clone, but it runs Windows. Oh my God, I'm in love with that damn thing.
Oh shit.
Instead of a Switch, it's a little bigger. Oh my God, it's great.
Yeah, how much is that, Rita?
Well, family sent it to me when they got it on sale. It was like little over 500, but it's usually 800. Let me grab it real quick, Mark. I'll show you.
Okay.
Here it is, everyone. One of my birthday presents, the Lenovo Legion Switch running on Windows.
Oh, nice. Oh, no way.
And it's a game system. This is a game system, and it runs on Windows, by the way. Let me see if I can boot it up. I'll show you guys what Mark's like. No way. Yeah, well, it is. Here it is. Windows.
Oh.
I mean, it runs Windows 11, and it plays any and all games on this. I mean, literally, it's like
Wow.
a Nintendo Switch, but it also has detachable controllers. I've not figured out how to detach the controllers yet, but here it is. Look at this. This is a Lenovo Legion. Yes, people. Doesn't that look cool, man?
Yeah, that's cool. Shoot.
And it runs Windows, not the Linux operating system. This is a full computer with controllers, Mark. Look at that. Full computer with controllers. Look at this.
Yeah. So you don't get no lagging or nothing.
Nope. Not on this baby. Yeah, go here. Let me put it away real quick. Like this. The Switch is a great system, but this thing can run everything. I tested it out in spreadsheets. I tested it out on games. I mean, literally, this is basically and here's a story for you, Mark, which me and Zoe were talking about yesterday. I want to get your opinion on this, okay? I was willing, and I assume you know by now I have a gold heart on my. I wear my heart, a gold heart on my shoulder. I offered to buy a basic computer already made for Brother Higgins, bless his heart, and he says, "Oh well, it's an AMD."
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say,
hi
but
to Rita.
What?
Awesome lady talking to me.
So
hey,
anyway,
Rita.
what I'm trying to say was, and
okay. Hey.
I offered to send Higgins a basic computer, Mark. I'm telling you this story. He said to me, Mark, but it's got an AMD processor. No shit. Intel's got so many problems. Are you going to judge me? I mean, look, Mark, if I offered you a basic computer, not your phone that you can run at home, would you take the computer even though it's AMD, or would you prefer Intel no matter what?
The first offer I would.
So you would take the computer because it's something you can use at home. Him? While it's not Intel, I can't use it. Well, guess what? You screwed yourself out of a computer, sir. That handheld system's an AMD. The other one that was that made the micro Intel processors, that other handheld, so many problems it doesn't even work properly. He's like, well, it's not Intel. Well, I even told Zoe yesterday, if I offered you a free computer, would you take it even if it's AMD? She said, hell yeah, it came from your heart, Rita. It didn't come from... when someone complains about the hardware, they can go fuck off, in my opinion.
That's right.
I
Hey,
mean,
hey, Rita.
look, everyone, brother Mark and I, we have a good friendship, and we understand each other. But Mark, he's been around the horn just like me, everyone. So
Yep.
Mark would
Yep.
say, beggars can't be choosers.
Yep. Don't be greedy.
Exactly.
Don't be greedy.
Exactly. Unfortunately, some people are
Hey,
greedy. Look at these people. Oh, well, it's an AMD. I can't use AMD. Really? Not my
but hey,
problem, dude. I like AMD. I prefer. And by the way, let's talk about economics for a while. Everyone, we got Mark here. I'm going to get Mark's opinion. Mark, if
yep.
you had a choice, and I talked to Zoe about this, and you had a choice between AMD, the competitor to Intel, or Intel, and say AMD, you can get a nice computer for $500, or you can get a nicer computer for $900. Which computer would you buy? I mean, for on a financial spectrum right now, for you in general.
I would say the 500.
There you go, people. The AMD would win out every time. Mark agrees with me. That's what economics is,
Don't
people. Look, Mark,
don't
let
be
me ask you a
greedy.
question. If you are an elderly man or woman and you're on a fixed income, I know you're on Social Security, you said this to me, and you had a
Yeah.
choice between saving for a $900 computer or $500, I would always go for the $500 computer, because if it fails, you could just go and save up for another $500. Why pay for an Intel $900 computer? Which, I mean, but
Right.
I'd like to hear your opinion on it, because this is why we're talking about inflation. I'd rather pay $500 than
The cheaper the better, Rita. When you live extravagant, when you have extravagant taste, you go broke quick. If you don't, then you have money, right?
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, literally. I mean, here's what happened the other day. So I was looking for an Intel computer for you, right? I'm going to tell you this story. This is funny. I said, here's a computer for you. It'll cost me $350, but you get an all-in-one screen, keyboard, mouse, everything. $350. It runs on an Intel Celeron. You know what he says? Oh, well, Intel Celeron's the bottom of the barrel. I can't use something that's the bottom of the barrel. If you're only using it for email, man, and spreadsheets, you'd be fine. Well, it's the bottom of the barrel. Okay, well, let me just say this. For the record, everyone, on this channel, I'm going to ask Mark. If I sent you an
Okay.
Intel Celeron all-in-one for $350, would you use it, Mark? Would you complain that the processor may be the bottom of the barrel? Or would you think, oh, it'll do what I need? I can Zoom with Rita, I can Discord with Rita, and I can basically be on StreamYards with Rita, and I can get my email, watch my porn, and sorry, everyone has to throw the porn in there, and I can do my Netflix and Hulu all in one. So this is why we're talking about economics today. Mark already said he choose the $350 computer, even if it costs someone else money, because, and besides, I know brother Mark, he doesn't watch or look at porn. So I just threw that in there. What do you say? I mean, literally. And
Yeah, yeah.
by the way, Mark, the hard drive may be a little small, but again, oh well, the hard drive's only 256 and so slow. It does its job. It checks email. You can look at your porn, and you can play basic games. What more do you need?
Right. That's right, Rita.
I personally was telling Zoe yesterday, Mark, the prices, mind you, prices, as a person who knows pricing, you got to look at it from a point of view is, do you want to spend hundreds or even thousands of dollars for something? Or do you want something that can run basic? I mean, the elderly, they're being screwed. The elderly pays for a $500 computer and it lasts 10 years. They get 10 years out of it. What is he said? Oh, well, it's not an Intel. Well, guess what? The economy is. The thing is, this isn't comparing Intel to AMD. It's called inflation. It's called economics. I mean, I'd prefer to pay for something cheaper.
Right. What kind of beer?
They could have sat there and said, "Okay, Rita, we're sending you one present at $5,000." What do? Hey, Rita, we're sending you a Legion Go. You saw the Legion Go. Sending you an all-in-one. That's like $500, and we're sending you a laptop for $500. 3 computers, $1,500 for my birthday. Down Hunky Dory, that's 3 units that I can run at home at my own expense on the electric bill. Instead of someone saying for $1,500 you could have a better computer. Instead of getting 3 computers, you can get 1. Sorry to say, but I'd rather have 3 computers instead of 1.
Right. What kind of beer?
Mark?
Yeah, you're right, Rita. You're right.
No, I mean, what is your own opinion? Would you want 3 computers or 1 computer?
Oh, 1 computer. One computer, yeah.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, do you want it to cost $1,500, or do you want your computer to cost $500? With my family, it was like $500, $500, $500. So $1,500, 3 computers. But that's just my family. They want to spoil me.
Yeah, I'd say it's 500. What kind of beer are you drinking? Can't see the sunlight.
Ice House.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Cool.
Smooth but tasty.
Yep. Hey, Rita, when I go see Hulk Hogan, hey, when I go see him.
Zoe,
hey, Rita,
Sister Zoe Mark says this is the rant of the century with you around. It's not really a rant. It's asking questions. I mean, look, everyone. Mark's an average guy that looks he's a good-looking guy. Mark's blushing now. He's a good-looking guy, but when we do these videos, as Mark knows, I'm getting his opinion. I mean, look, Higgins is a little chicken shit that never
I know
goes
what's
on.
going on. Hey, what's going on with Higgins?
With what? Well, what about Higgs?
About all his extension cords and all the power outage.
He's a pack rat. He has to have more and more and more.
That's funny.
She says this is like the rant of the century, Rita. It's not a rant. It's actually asking Mark, who's an average American. Sorry to say that to Mark. He's the average poor American that can give the average poor American answer to. And let me ask you this, because this is the topic today is inflation. Mark, what is the most pet peeve beef with you when you go shopping for groceries or items? What is the highest thing that irks you when it comes to inflation?
The price of soda. Yeah.
Hey, Mark, be happy you're not in Seattle. They charge a sugar tax for every can or every 12-pack you get.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of paying like $9.99, you're paying $20 for the damn case.
Right, yep. Hey, Rita, Wednesday, well, I told you about Hulk Hogan. Well, you got to buy like a 12-pack of his beer. It's called All American Beer. And it's I think $13.99. Pretty much will probably come up to $15, but you get a picture with it and all that. So that's
$13.99 is affordable. Zoe just said the thing that irks her the most is the price of bacon. The bacon is so yummy.
Right. Yeah. Hey, but when you go on live, I'll show you the can and I'll taste it and I'll tell you how it tastes.
Yeah, yes, you'll do the review for me, and then Brother Mark will basically see if Hulk Hogan will send me a case free so I can review it for you all, because I am a beer aficionado. I drink every flavor.
Yes, she is.
I prefer Ice House over Bud Ice, Hurricane, and others. Natural Ice kind of sucks. What's that one beer that I used to drink that I thought sucked everyone? It was made in Milwaukee. It was called something Ice. It was anyways, there's so many ice beers out there, they suck.
Yeah, hey Rita, check out this sign. This thing, you see it?
Right?
Yeah. But hey Rita, I'm gonna have to go because my battery's getting low. And are you going to be on next week or this week?
I'm gonna be on every day I can, Mark. So you may see me
Okay.
tomorrow morning on the Sunday edition. I don't know if I'm gonna be sober or drunk, but I hope you join me. You're my drunk captain because you can steer me in the right direction.
Okay, right. Yep. Okay, Rita. Well, hey, hopefully I'll see you tomorrow.
And hopefully, if I see you tomorrow, Mark, you'll be in the studio where we don't have wind ruining the video.
Can you hear the wind?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
it's all
Okay,
good.
yeah.
I'm basically poking you, anyways, for fun. So, anyways,
Oh,
take care,
I
brother.
know. Okay, take care, Rita. It was good seeing you, okay?
Good to see you.
I'll talk to you
Yep.
soon. Bye-bye.
So, anyways, Zoe said this is a great video review. I'm trying to find that beer that I was looking for that's ice. I don't remember what it is. Anyways, it was like, I don't think it was Michelob Ice. Something. Milwaukee. That's what it is. Milwaukee's best ice. That stuff is nasty as hell. I may go live for the whole. Let's do an online beer review. Yes, I want to do the online beer reviews. Oh. Where's Chloe? That's the question. She hasn't even got to the damn store yet. I'm almost down a beer and a half and no Zoe. All right, well, just do your business and call me when you're ready then, okay? Love you. Oh, you must have a spy camera because I just walked into the grocery store and there we go. Hello? Hello? Well, look at bacon and sausage link prices, bratwurst prices, and let me know. Give me a ring back, okay? And Dugans! Woo, woo. Zoe knows the Doogies. Anyway, so not that I'm gonna mix Dugans with beer. I won't. I'll probably pass out. I want some. I told Chloe sausage links would be good as long as the price is good. Let's see, 2 bottles of Dugans and some sausage links, maybe a pound of bacon. I don't know what bacon is. We gotta basically find out what pricing is. Anyways. So Zoe's like, good to see you. Yes, I want to hear from Zoe. Maybe while Chloe's cooking breakfast, I can hear from Zoe on the phone. But the point is, people, the inflation is really hard. Hold on. Hello? How much is it? The cheapest. All right, I'll think about it. What's the sausage links? Call me when you get the sausage links. Love you. So for 12 ounces, that's half a pound, or a little over, let's see, it's 4 ounces per a quarter. So 12 ounces is 3/4 of a pound. Chloe said it's $6.29 for bacon. $6.29 for bacon. $6.29. When it goes down to under $8, I will be back. Look, Zoe, as I said to Mark, you can come back. By the way, that what's his name? Charlie guy, he's gone. I guess he's unhappy that his first rights amendments I don't give a shit about. But guess what? If I get flagged for my videos, he's gonna be basically be told that my video is under. Yeah. I wonder if they got cheese brats. Hello? What do you think we should do? Because I'm penny pinching. Well, if I do sausage, you do the bacon for yourself. The other thing I was going to say is to check on bratwurst, the cheese ones. Do they have cheese ones? Yeah, the Johnsonville cheeseburger. Well, what do you recommend? Because I like sausage links myself. Fine, grab. Well, you buy it yourself for yourself. All right, grab me 2 packs of sausage links. Go and find the Dugans, and then call me. Okay. All right. Bye. Oh, so sausage links is $6.99 a packet. $6.99 for sausage links, people. Let's talk about inflation. $6.99. Bacon is currently $6.29 for bacon. Let me put that in. Bar S thin cut bacon. $6.29 a 12-ounce package. There you go, Zoe. There's your answer. It's on the screen. Read that and weep. So thin cut bacon, people, not thick cut. Thin cut is $6.29. So my beer glass is almost empty, so I'm hoping to get 2 bottles of Dugans, 2 packets of sausages. Oh, let me call Chloe for a second. I need to ask a question. 2 questions. 2 questions. Hold on. Watch and learn, people. You're going to learn from a frugal person. So, anyways, I was just going to ask you because, the government spends $20,000 for a toilet seat and $30,000 for a hammer. I wanted to ask you if you can tell me what it would cost if they have manicotti shells to get some ingredients for manicottis before you leave. So if you want to do manicottis, let me know. And I'd like to know the price. Can you do that for me? Or the price of Salisbury steak too, possibly. All right, go to it and call me. Love you. There you go, preppers. You see? 2 hours, 19 minutes. Now, let me tell you the story between Higgins, Mark, and me. And mostly it's Higgins. All right. So Higgins complains about everything being Intel. If it isn't Intel based, you can fuck off, right? Unfortunately, Higgins doesn't realize you gotta basically take what you get. Someone offers you a free computer, it's AMD based, you take it. If you don't take it, you go hungry. Hi, my name's Higgins. I want a rubber biscuit. Because the rubber biscuit didn't bounce back, I go hungry. Bow wow wow. Yes, Zoe. I'd like to call you eventually. I'd like to get this over with, and so I can call you while I'm still a little tipsy and buzzed. Okay, so. Anyways, the story goes for you all. Do I have any beer left? I think I may have one can. Anyways, hold on. Hello. For what? Oh, okay. Well, I gave you my cash, so grab 2 bottles then. Yes, you have the cash on hand. I gave you 24 in quarters and 20 in cash. There you go. I'll give you a shot of Dugan's, but I ain't gonna share my Dugan's with you, my dear. You got a whole case of you got 4 cans of beer still. I may give you 2 shots to be generous. All right, love you. Anyways, where was I? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Don't forget. I'll be right back. Use your judgment and look at it all. All right, love you. This is nice. I'm sleeping with the toothpaste. Yeah, mommy toothpaste. Yeah, look. Yeah, sleeping with the toothpaste. How much is it gonna be? I have the shelves already. You figure the math out and call me. That's the thing I asked you. All right, love you, dumb son of a bitch. Do I want manicottis or do I want Salisbury steak? Let's do a fucking poll real quick. I'm gonna mute my volume on my computer so I don't have to hear myself. And then we're gonna do a quick poll for dinner tonight. Manicottis or homemade Salisbury steak? Yeah. And we will go from there. What do you guys think? I want to poll. You know, how many people are here? One person polling. Going on a walk won't be able to hear you and driving back and talk when I return. Give me 2 hours. For 2 hours, I might be passed out, sleeping in 2 hours, Missy. See what I got to deal with these damn people? They turn around, right? They turn around and they say, quote, unquote, there you go. Let's do a poll real quick. A poll, a poll, a poll, a poll. Whatever. I don't care about the man anything. I want a poll. Where the fuck is my polls? Engage with out of here. You go. Start a poll. Hold on. What should I have for dinner tonight? 1, homemade manicotti. Manicottis. Manicottis. 2, Salisbury steaks. Or calzones. Calzone. or 4, just to throw it in there. Hold on. 4 Strombolis. Here we go. Google Strombolis. There you go. The poll has been done. And we're now going to see what happens with the poll. So Zoe says later Gator. Yeah, well, it figures that Zoe's going to leave. 2 hours and 24 minutes later, she is disappeared. Yeah, see, moderator Zoe. Homemade manicotti. So apparently people are already posting manicottis for sup. All right, there you go. I'll check the poll later. So I told Chloe what my finances are. So if she wants to get cheese and she wants to get cheese, we can stuff it and make manicottis. I like mine smoked. But you know what? They should be open, right? Let me see if the co-op's open. $10. All right, so they're open in 30 minutes. There you go. See? So, anyways, inflation's bad. Higgins is bitching about his taxes. He had to go and spend 3 hours to get $200 a year added to his food stamps. I mean, is that how people should be groveling for food? And yet, it is what it is. Go figure, right? Yeah. Yeah. Anyways. Anywho, so inflation is pretty bad, but inflation, it can be worse. Okay, let me just tell you what it is. Okay, you got these political figures, Democrats saying inflation's down. Yeah, inflation is down. Fortunately, inflation may be down, but inflation is down. You see? Oh, people post comments. Oh well, you're wrong, really. I'm wrong. Guess what? The one who was fucking wrong is the one who said we'd be rounded up in cattle cars. I don't see us in cattle cars yet, lady. Now, the point is here's the point. The point is this, okay? The American people need to realize, drunk or sober, I'm tired. Yeah, I'm a little sleepy. Now, going on a walk, won't be able to hear and driving back and talk when I return. Give me 2 hours. I carb loaded last night. Carb load. Hold on. Hello? Right. Remember, I only have $50 on my card, so make it last. Right. Sounds good. All right, then. Then do it, then. And then how much would Salisbury steaks cost to make? Because remember, I'm using cash for my booze. Yeah, then let me just tell you this way, because I know you're smarter than me, because that's what you keep preaching. Use your own judgment on my finances. Manicotti or Salisbury steak, you choose. I prefer the manicottis. So, all right then, keep me informed. Love you. So apparently they keep saying it's gonna be $12 for a pound of hamburger. $12. Think about it. $12 for a pound of beefy. Manicottis already have 2/3 of the ingredients, so we're just gonna add a few things to make manicotti. See, this is what's great. We don't need a hamburger. We just need mozzarella and ricotta. Yeah, so everything works out to a point. So, and my beer is nearly empty. And so a lot of people would sit there and they say the economy is shitty. The economy ain't shitty. You guys only want the economy and you dwell on the economy to be to your liking. Yeah. You sit there and you say, I want the economy to be cheaper. Problem is, you can't have cheaper when you got these companies raising rates. And now that I don't have Mark around and I don't have Zoe around, I'm going to basically not I ain't going to sugarcoat this for you. You know what it is? I'll tell you what it is. I'll tell you exactly what it fucking is. The American people turn around and they're being spoon fed the economy's shitty. The economy's shitty if you're a poor son of a bitch and you know you're a poor son of a bitch and you sit there and you say, well, I may be a poor son of a bitch. What do I do? Okay. Fortunately, you're not like Diggins. Oh, you need Intel. You need Intel. Gotta have Intel. Guess what, Higgins? Fuck you. Plain and simple. You can take your Intel and fucking sit on and rotate. No one gives a shit about your Intel. People these days, elderly, disabled, retired, they all want a basic, affordable, working computer. Me, I have a basic working phone. Fortunately, you want to sit there and say, oh, whoa, your Intel, it ain't good. Really, the MSI claw has too many problems. By the way, if you want to make yourself useful, go basically find out what the Lenovo, the Steam Deck runs. Does it run NVIDIA or does the NVIDIA run? Does the Steam Deck run AMD or does the Steam Deck run Intel? So I will Google it for you. The AMD Zen 2. So there you go. The Steam Deck runs the AMD Zen 2. Oh, it's an AMD. I can't use it because I'm the Higgins. Well, fuck you. You know what? No one gives a shit about your Intel bias. You're a biased people. Look, people in this world want to basically say if it ain't Intel, it doesn't work. Guess what? Well, fuck you. I'd rather use what's affordable. I've used AMD as a poor person. AMD works better, in my opinion, than fucking Intel. Yeah. The problem is I'm not going to say, I'm not going to call Higgins a biased son of a bitch because it ain't right. But Brother Higgins needs to realize that when you're on a fucking fixed income, you take what you get. Someone offers you 3 computers that cost $500 each, or one computer $1,500, and they say, "Oh, I'll give you 3 of them, and you get 3 deliveries." You don't just tear it down, sell it for $250 each. Nope, like hell, you get half the price, brand new in the box, just to get an Intel system. You take what you get, and you live on what you get. You don't be Higgins the moocher, Higgins the freeloader, Higgins the... You see where I'm going with this? Thing is the country is going down the shitter. Plain and simple. Fortunately, Americans nowadays need to realize that the economy is hurting. Look, I made a joke to my dad. You pick the meats up. He's like, "Oh, you're begging." I'm not begging. I don't beg. He didn't ask, "Are you gonna pay for it?" Yeah. You send me a bill and I pay the son of a bitch. Still, he thinks I'm begging. You know what? That guy can go fuck off because that's all he is a fucking piece of shit that wants to fucking sit there and, oh, look at me, I'm retarded, how hot we heat. Yeah, so The point is this is how I feel. Now, Chloe said, oh, no, we're going to take care of it. Fine, do it. Don't care. Now, I'm about to have the last beer and go to bed. Yep, bed for about 4 hours. Get up, have some lunch. And it's either going to be fish sticks or something else. But we're talking inflation part 3. Now Higgins email and says inflation part 4. I don't want to do inflation part 4, you son of a bitch. What? Look, Higgins, you're not going to sell the people, the Democrats, that inflation's real. Plain and simple. The only ones that know inflation's real is the non-Republicans and Democrats like me, the middle class, the middle people. We know inflation's real. I mean, think about it. Can of beer, instead of being $1.99, it's now $3 for a can of beer. $3. How many homeless people can afford a can of Bud Light? Well, if they mooch on the street, they may be able to cover their Bud Light. But you see where I'm going with this? Yeah. So he says inflation part 4. No, fuck you on inflation part 4. Inflation is out of hand. The government spoon feeding you, saying there is no inflation. Yeah, because what they're saying is there is no inflation, but they're not taking account of the COLA. Higgins says, oh, the cost of living. Yeah, guess what, Higgins? Well, fuck you, and fuck you. The cost of living is so damn high that they're basically saying, oh, well, inflation's low, we don't have to pay you. I heard we may get a cost of living of like 0.9% in October. What am I here? Oh, Higgins, 0.9 again, live on 0.9. Guess what? No one gives a shit about what your opinion is, Higgins, because frankly, no one cares. The fucking working class, they want Social Security taken away. The elderly, they want fucking Social Security to be strengthened. And then you got the old geezers like Higgins who's, oh, well, I paid into it. Good for you. You paid into it. Yet the government's telling you to fuck out. And the government's going to tell you to fuck out. And the government's going to tell you to fuck out. And by the time you fucking realize you got fucked off too many times, think about it. The American people need to realize, hold on, I need to fill my beer glass up over. The American people need to realize that the American people need to realize that Americans, think about it. Americans are basically being shafted. They're being spoon-fed. Oh, the economy is real, really. Look at the elderly who want to vote for people who like Republicans that may basically fix the economy, like where they can eat their roast beef every day. Instead, roast beef sandwich, by the way. Instead, they're going to vote for Trump because they want roast beef every day. Instead, what are they eating? Ramen for lunch. Well, I'm sorry, sister, when you're on a fixed income like me, this is all I eat. Usually 99%. I'm very frugal. Now, Chloe comes out. People say, oh, why'd you bring Chloe out? For grocery shopping and to be human for once. Fortunately, Chloe is Chloe. Yeah. So Chloe serves a purpose. It shows for you people, inflation's real. $12 for cheese, $18 for hamburger. Well, actually, $12 a hamburger. I don't know what cheese is, but you see, the point I'm saying to you all is this. I'm not going to stand around and sit there and listen to, oh, well, if you don't vote for Joe Biden, you're an idiot. Oh, if you don't vote for Donald Trump, you're an idiot. Guess what? Fuck you, and fuck you. I don't give a shit about your politics. What I care for is the real American politics. Americans get up, they want to go to the store, they want to fucking buy something like bacon. Can't buy it because it's too expensive. Look at me. Zoe said it herself the other day. You go to the store, you look at the price. You're like, if it doesn't meet Rita's price index, then it's too much. And if you listen to her, if Rita says it's too much, it ain't gonna be bought or sold, right? So look at yours. Hold on. Hello? Oh, Italian herbs. I have Nonca Italian herbs that I know. I have fennel seeds. I have oregano leaves. I have other things. All right, then. Cool. Thanks. Bye bye. So she calls asking me about Italian herbs. I don't have Italian herbs. Do I want Italian herbs? I have no clue. So, the economy's earning. She just did the math. Salisbury Steaks is more money than Manicotti's. Wow! For once, someone actually did the math and sat there while they're doing shopping for me. Wow! Amazing! And then you sit there and you say, oh, well, guess what? Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. I'll tell you why the name is that. You know why? Because, frankly, people are tired of seeing inflation rise. I mean, literally, their favorite food, sorry, can't do it. And then you turn around and you hear some slow bow, lobo. Hold on. Hello? Hello? I have a whole bunch of spaghetti noodles and I have rigatoni noodles. Cool. Alright, bye-bye. Love you. So then they turn around. What type of shells do we have? We have rigatoni, we have spaghetti, and we have fettuccine. Yet, you gotta basically realize, Americans need to realize that the country's gone down the toilet. Yeah. I would love, oh, hold on. I'd love to get some meat. Hold on. Well, let me see if I can, she knows my ballot, my budget. Well, fuck you then. Yeah, I was gonna say to you, so all hamburger is $12 a pound. Is that what you're saying? Well, I got a hamburger I can defrost from the freezer, bro. I was thinking meatballs. What do you think? You call me back. Think about meatballs. Bye-bye. Anyways, I got some meat. So here's the deal. She just said it's going to be $15 for... Hello? Well, you're the cook, so use your own judgment. I love you. Okay? Bye-bye. Make sure you get my Dugans. So basically, here's the deal, okay? She just said it's $12 a pound for hamburger. She just confirmed it. She said, you want Salisbury steak? It's going to cost more for Salisbury steaks and Manicotti's, but at the same time, she said it's going to cost me more for... Oh. Whatever. Then she said something about calzone, so I was like, well, I have the flour. She's like, well, you need cheese and you need Chloe's never made calzones, so anyway, so the American people here sit there and they see inflation part 3 and they think, what's going on? Well, you tell me in the comments, in the live comments and the chat, how bad is it hurting you guys? Because frankly, to me, I gotta literally make decisions of what foods I want to eat while Chloe's here. Manicottis, Salisbury steaks, pizza, calzones. I love calzones, strombolis. So, I think about a beer. So, I am going to go and lay down soon. But the point I'm trying to tell you is that last night I didn't get to have a meal because, well, let's just say I passed out because Chloe ate homemade zucchini fritters. Which, by the way, the neighbor messaged me and said, "Oh, Zoe used it, or Chloe used it all. I'll give you some more." Great, you're gonna give me more zucchini than yet. I'm so damn pissed because I didn't have dinner last night. And they're like, "Oh well, you know what? I should have sent Chloe for $15. Sent her out to get me a $15 calzone than this because as soon as I basically drank and passed out. I woke up this morning. I was like, oh look, I better get my live video down because Higgins wants me. But inflation is hurting. People these days turn around and they're going to raise it. Let me tell you how the country's going to have effect. When I'm good and dead, and this video has been 80 years old or 100 years old, they're going to be telling me what the hell is going on for the videos, okay? The economy's, they're going to raise the prices where people can't afford beer. Beer is gone. Beer companies go out of business. Whiskey companies, liquor companies go out of business. What's next? They're going to basically price out everything, and eventually it's going to be simple things. You want a razor? You can shave your legs. You want other things, you're going to do it. But the thing is they're going to take away everything that you believe in for their own beliefs. Yeah, that's how the country's going to work eventually. Think about it. Right, think about it. It's going to be like 1984. You want to shave your legs? Oh, you need to get permit legs. Razor blades. I mean, the thing is we have 9 billion people in this country. In this world, I should say. I call it a country. And yet, 9 billion people, we can't afford things. I mean, think about it. They're saying food prices, you control the food, you control the people. Some people, they can't be controlled. They'll drink until you take away the ability for them to buy beer. Then you're dealing with something else. You see what I'm saying? Think about it. The American people, the giant crapshoot. Yeah, think about it. A giant crapshoot. Like Chloe comes to visit and says, "Oh well, I got ham, I got turkey, and I got ribs ready. Ribs are ready to be cooked. We cook her ribs. She can have lunch. Me, I might take 2-hour nap, but the main thing is Chloe knows what's gonna happen. Chloe's like, oh, I came out here for you to get drunk. No, you didn't come out here to get me to get drunk, but I'm a funny drunk. Or I'm the drunk that you wanted at your party. Fortunately, right now, I'm just sitting here thinking, what the hell, what the hell, what the hell. It's simple. I want to show you what I'm doing in my game, but I can't do it while I got to deal with Brother Higgins. Oh, it's not an Intel. I don't want it. Guess what? Freeloaders and moochers can't basically beg. So, there you go. And there's my dog. He's on the bed, so I may put a movie in soon and go to sleep. But my point is this: I'm tired, I'm cranky, and I like to sleep. But is inflation real? Yes, it is to a point. But inflation's only real when people realize that if you want prices to be the cheapest they are, but you don't want to basically increase the cost of living. You think, oh, I'm old, I should have it for this price. Guess what? You're not a Higgins, okay? You want to bitch about price of things going up? Then cry me a river because no one gives a shit. No one cares because no one cares. You want to sit there and say you have to pay $6 a packet of sausages? Well, guess what? That's $6. That's what they think a package do costs while they basically figure out inflation and worker rates and everything else. If you want to say, oh, well, I can't. Guess what? Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Plain simple is you want to be a tightwad? Me a tightwad. Thing is, why don't we just cut SSI and say everyone has to live on it for instead of 940? You cut in half. Then these people would really be happy to have what they have. Because the thing is if we have to cut funds, why don't we just cut fucking SSI and everything else? I mean, think about it. The American people need to realize they don't want to pay for SSI. They don't want to pay for Social Security. They don't want to pay for Medicare. They don't want to pay for anything. They want to be scripted. So if we don't pay any of these programs, guess what? Senior D. Higgins, I don't have food stamps. I don't have Medicaid. I don't have, yeah. That's because you want to basically be for the fucking people, the party that cuts things. Guess what? You got cut yourself. Are you willing to cut everything you have and then in the end have a bullet put in your head because you're useless? You can't provide anything to anyone? No services? They get a bullet in your head? I mean, come on. I mean, think about it. But for the sake of the argument, economics is a big number. I can save people money if they listen. If they don't listen to me, well, they don't save any money. That's the damn thing that I say. So, in my opinion, it's all about saving money and not saving it. Me, I'd rather not save money and just climb into bed and sleep. So, anyways, I'm going to finish my beer, take a snooze, but you got to remember, is inflation real? Yes, but that's only because the corporate greed is getting out of hand. If corporate greed wasn't getting out of hand, we wouldn't have this problem where people sit there and say, "Oh well, instead of paying 49 cents for a loaf of bread, you got to pay $6.49." Well, what happens if bread's $10 a loaf of bread or $20? Are you gonna basically bitch? No, you're gonna be dead by then. Thing is when you sit there and bitch about the price of food, that's when people say, "Well, I don't see you doing anything about it." Yeah, because you sit there and bitch about the Chloe. Hello? I love you. I have $50 on my card. Cash covers the booze. All right, there you go. Love you. Bye-bye. What's purchasing what? How many times am I going to tell you? Booze covers the fucking cash, and the fucking card covers the groceries. I mean, look at that son of a bitch. Anyways, I'm going to finish it, go to sleep. Yeah, so. I got turkey and ham. I may make an omelet with ham. Hello? Hello? Right. Dumbass. Cash is for what? Cash is for the booze. Give me my damn Dugans. Let me go. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, well, what do you want about automatic? So, inflation's high because corporate greed. Because everyone who basically says, oh, inflation is favorite, really. 40 years ago, inflation was high. But it didn't meet up with the expectation of pricing. Now, a lot of people say, oh, well, look, here's how I see it, okay? Inflation may be high. People can only afford what they can afford. But when you got assholes and, oh, Donald Trump, well, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. I don't care about Donald Trump. I don't care about Kamala Harris. What I care about is this. The polls say Kamala's going to sideswipe him. Really? Well, don't worry, because Kamala Harris, look what happened to Hillary in 2016. 8 years later, use that judgment and see what happens. She may have got the popular vote, but Donald Trump won the electoral vote. So use your common sense and quit fucking telling me what I don't need to know, because every one of you thinks that you know better in politics. Fuck you, and fuck you. I know what's in politics. I'm better than you in politics. I want you to just fuck off and let me sleep. Yeah. Because no one cares about politics. Yeah. You see, the Americans in the world need to realize that you can either vote for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris. That's it. Or kids. The third way or other people. Me, I personally say we're gonna vote with your conscience. But you got people, oh, you don't vote for your conscience, you don't vote, you can't, guess what? But fuck you. We don't want to hear your fucking opinion. If you want to ram down everyone's opinion, then you're fucking a goon who wants to fucking force people to vote Donald Trump. Let the people vote with their conscience. You want to get the bastard gone? Let him get rid of him. They don't want to get rid of him, then don't let him get rid of him. Problem is, no one cares. No one gives a shit about your opinion. What they care about is what they care about. Everyone has their own opinion. Me, I think politics is the most you can get your panties in a wad over. It doesn't help you, and you got some guy who thinks he's an elitist. Well, you're a fucking poor son of a bitch living on ramen. Guess what? Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. The secret is, don't vote for the bastard and you'll be fine. Now, think about it. Inflation is only in your mind. Because everyone says, oh, well, the price of, guess what? Look at the companies. They're the ones that are turning around and basically raising it. You want something? Raise the price. You want it? Raise the price. You want it again? Raise the price. That's all they do. And then it's like, oh, well, so guess what? These companies know how to control you. The thing is, to break free of it, you don't have to pay for those services. You just sit there and say, fuck you, I'm not paying for your fucking services. Fuck you, I ain't paying. And next you know, there's a few people that walk down the street that feels relieved they don't have to pay enough money. Well, to every other one. And they turn around, and what happened? They say, oh, we tried this and it didn't work. We tried that and that didn't work. Guess what? Fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Why? I'll tell you why. Because And a flow of economics is peanuts. We wouldn't have to need economics if we lived the way we did, but there's too many corporate greedy son of a bitch who want to charge you. Guess what? You, the American people, need to change the playing field. And you know what? Vegans keeps fucking pestering for inflation part 4. Oh, yeah. I may do inflation part 4, you pecker-wooded son of a bitch, Higgins. But when I do it, it's going to be a rosy red picture of how to fix your own economics. So, I will do economics part 4 soon. Please add and subscribe. Please post comments. Please leave feedback, suggestions, hit the like, subscribe button. So it's fun for your family, for your dogs, cats, your bunnies, service dogs, service bunnies. Hit the bell notification. Hit the thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button. Just keep it nice as always. Thank you and God bless you in everything you do.